Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a story about what if Naruto absorbed God Tree and Senju Tree. Before I start, please support for more amazing content, and do consider subscribing to my channel and share this video with your friends. This is written by godofhisownstories and link in description and support writer. Let's start the video. Chapter 1, Hidden Past of the Fire Shadow. Konoha, village hidden in the leaves. Hokage office. Minato Namikaze was not an idiot. While his predecessor went insane with the bane of all Kage duties, paperwork, he was silently drinking his tea while watching the village, not giving a damn to the mountain of paperworks behind him. He wasn't going to burn the paperwork, of course. He couldn't even if he wanted to. The damn things were fireproof. No, he used the Nidaime Hokage's most versatile jutsu, the Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. With those creatures from hell contained by his clones, he was free to do anything. Well, as long as the clones didn't rebel, that is, although they were plotting it right now. Minato had known, but gave them none of his attention, for his mind was elsewhere. Right now, he was thinking about his father and mother. While he knew about his mother's death, he never knew of the final fate of his father. It has been 2 years since his last message. Maybe he is truly dead, Minato thought. Flashback 24 years ago. To-san. To-san. Look! I did it! A young Minato yelled out cheerfully, while his father smiled at him full of pride. You are going to be powerful shinobi like your old man, Minato. Minato's father said while ruffling the boy's hair. He had just taught him how to climb tree by using chakra. Minato smiled, hearing his father's praise. After all, it's not every day he saw those lips curved upwards, or those black eyes getting soft. His father has black eyes, a strong jawline, and spiky black hair reaching his waist with bangs covering most of his right eye, though it's unable to hide the creases he had since he was a boy. The air around him carried a tone of arrogance and promise of death. Minato didn't inherit any physical features from the man, but he did get his chakra nature, his touch of arrogance, and in immediate future, his techniques. By the description alone, anyone who lived in Konoha should have known him. This man is the co-founder of Konohagakure no Sato, Madara Uchiha. Although it is understandable if people didn't recognize him. Not even his former best friend, Hashirama Senju, saw this particular part of the Uchiha. Everyone thought that like the rest of the Uchiha clan, Madara pursue power at all costs. They couldn't be more wrong. While it was true that the Uchiha clan is a clan that favors power, in actuality they love their kin so much that they pursue power to protect them. Right now Madara was in the Land of Waves, a country located between Land of Whirlpool and Land of Fire, living with his wife Hitomi. Hitomi hailed from the Namikaze clan. The Namikaze clan was a little clan with a knack for sealing jutsu like the Uzumaki clan, though they didn't have the strong life force or the chakra chains like they did. However, they're just as talented as the Uzumaki clan, whose Chunin-level ninja were capable of using seals with just their hands, thanks to their bloodline. Yes, they do have their own Kekkei Genkai. In fact, they have two, magnet release and swift release. Though they don't have the same affinity for magnet release like the third Kazekage, who is capable of creating and using of iron sand, they cleverly use magnet release to draw the seals and use lightning chakra to activate them. This technique is very useful for a beginner or intermediate sealer from Namikaze clan. What made the clan famous, however, is their speed that rival even the likes of Raikage, thanks to their swift release. They use swift release to boost their Shunshin no Jutsu to beat even the speed of sound and at the same time activating all organ function to the max, providing them the reflex and sensory capacity needed to use the technique. Hitomi herself never awakened magnet release, preventing her from using her sealing jutsu to its full potential. In exchange for her diminished use of seals, she was very proficient in swift release, making her the fastest messenger and the best assassin in the world. How did they meet? She had found Madara after his battle with Hashirama. She was acting as a messenger from Uzushigakure to Konoha. She had felt incredible surge of energy in the spot which later would be known as Valley of the End, and when she got there, she had found Madara with a hole in his chest. Taking a possible rogue ninja who had capability to change the landscape wasn't the best decision in her life, but she just can't ignore a man lying there bleeding half to death. Hitomi, despite being an assassin, valued human life as it was the first thing that she learned from the Uzumaki family that took care of her. -38 years before the present time, Land of Waves. Oh my head, where am I? Madara groaned as he slowly opened his eyes. He immediately felt the pain in his chest. Looking around, he found out he was in a small wooden house, not much furniture, but the walls were full of seals. Wow, the owner must be very paranoid, or an Uzumaki, Madara thought. He tried getting up, but a warm hand touched his shoulder. Easy there, champ, you got wounded pretty badly. I spent hours stitching that hole in your chest, so don't go and ruin them, okay? A soft but demanding voice said. He turned around and well, let's just say he wasn't disappointed. It was a woman, a very beautiful woman with silky smooth blonde hair almost reaching her waist and baby blue eyes that complemented her cute oval face. She was wearing light armor with a Namikaze clan crest, a stylized blue swirling orbs on the chest, which by the way, from the look of it was a C cup in size, and an Yuzushiogakyu forehead protector. She didn't carry the same lethal aura as the shinobi of this era, but Madara knew better than to lower his guard. The crest of Namikaze proved her identity. "Who are you and where am I?" asked Madara, a bit suspicious because he knew that both the Uzumaki and Senju clans are loyal to one another. 1. My name is Hitomi Namikaze of Yuzushiogakure, and right now we are in between the borders of Whirlpool and the Land of Fire, commonly known as the Land of Waves. Hitomi said. Hitomi Namikaze? The one who assassinated the last leader of the Hagoromo clan while she was barely 15. Thought Madara, intrigued by the fate's decisions surrounding his life. What happened? How did I get here? Asked Madara in a demanding tone. Uchihas are an impatient bunch after all. Makes you wonder how the prodigal Sasori got this trait, isn't it? Tongue sticking out. Geez, you're asking way too many questions. Just lie down and relax already, okay? You were injured in your last battle and barely made it. You're lucky that I found you still breathing and was able to heal you. She explained to him. There were times I didn't think you would pull through. After all, not many people could survive getting a sword run through their chest and live to tell the tale. Now then, how about you tell me who you are? She asked, knowing with that crest on his back he must be quite the powerful fellow. I am Madara Uchiha, former leader of the Uchiha clan, and co-founder of Konohagaku no Sato, said Madara with pride. Despite how he felt for his former clan and village, they are the strongest, and it made him prideful. My, aren't we a bit full of ourselves? Hitomi teased the second strongest man in the world before she burst out into laughter, not even bothering to hide it from him. Madara just glared at her and muttered something about troublesome blondes, and what a drag they can be. Let's just say that Madara has a rather rich ancestry. Although I wonder why you two fight. Last time I checked, both of you were best friends. Hitomi said. Madara's eyes widened a little. How did you know that? Madara demanded an answer, his Sharingan blazing. It was a secret known only by his deceased family and the Senju brothers. Well, there's a mountain-sized wood statue, for example. Also, I am messenger from Uzushio to Konoha, and I happen to be a good friend of Mito Uzumaki. Seeing Madara hadn't deactivating his Sharingan, she continued, waving her hands dismissively. Oh, relax, I won't turn you in. If you want to hide, I'll hide you, but right now just focus on healing yourself. Madara nodded, though his Sharingan remained active. The Namikaze in front of him wasn't known as Death Wind for nothing. I'm going to go to the grocery and then cook you something. Do you want anything in particular, Uchiha-san? Asked Hitomi, trying to defuse the tension. Deafening silence followed until Madara replied, anything is fine. Hitomi nodded before she left to buy some groceries, leaving him alone with his own thought. Madara lied his back in the bed, his teeth gritting when he remembered his loss to Hashirama, but then he remembered something and stared to chuckle darkly as he remembered that he had gotten what he wanted, a piece of the god of shinobi's power. 9 years later, 29 years before present time. Madara was working on a farm, which is a very strange sight for every single ninja in the world. If 5 years ago you asked the great Uchiha what was a hoe, he would have said that it was an improvised weapon. Now he knew everything there is to know about farming, mainly by learning from other farmers. His Sharingan wasn't exactly very useful here. Maybe this is the peace I was seeking, thought Madara. The last 9 years was simply the best years of his life. The hole in his heart, the one that keeps him hurt, was filled. No more politics, no more clan problems, no more revenge crap, not even Eye of the Moon plan. Guess that tablet only speaks for the Uchiha clan as a whole. 2. Madara mused as he watched the clear sky above him. For the first time since his meetings with Hashirama at the river, he found something worth being called happiness. Speaking of Hashirama, he received words that his rival died a year ago. Apparently their battle left him weakened. Though Hashirama wasn't the only one that left weakened by the battle that created a valley, Madara didn't go to the first great shinobi war. Like Hashirama did, he didn't fight 3,000 ninjas, among the enemy being Kakuzu of Takigakure, and make it back alive to tell the tale. It hurt his pride, but he had to admit Hashirama was better than him. He heard someone calling his name and turned around, seeing Hitomi waving her hands at him. They were married now. 9 years had been more than enough time to melt Madara's cold heart. 2 years after their first encounter, Hitomi had resigned from her shinobi career. She was tired of all the killing and had wanted to live a simple life here in Wave Country, becoming a farmer. Madara himself, not knowing what to do, his Rinnegan hadn't surfaced yet, nor did he have good control with wood release, not when there was a troublesome blonde around, decided to help her on the farm. But not before pulling the I'm saving your ass card in order to persuade Madara to help her. During the day they were working together on the farm, and during the night they would rest under the stars, sharing many things. Hitomi mostly talked about her day-to-day routine, but once in a while she would share her past as an orphan and how she found out about her clan. Madara himself preferred listening, not one to open his heart easily. As Madara waved back at her, he found his lips already touching hers. Damn the Namikaze and their swift release, thought Madara, but he wasn't actually complaining, enjoying the alternative use of his wife's skill. Seeing his wife giggling, he only chuckled. Who would have thought that the Madara Uchiha and the last of Namikaze would marry each other and lived a simple civilian life? He mused as he warped his arms around her body and leaned to capture his wife's eager lips. How ironic was it? The great Uchiha always thought that ninja was supposed to die on the battlefield in the hands of the enemy who was stronger than themselves. But now he found himself actually longing for a simple civilian life he used to frown upon. Suddenly Hitomi stopped their activity and said, "Madara, I'm pregnant." Madara's eyes widened, a joyful smile appeared on his face, and Hitomi found herself spinning around. "Hey now, if I'm going to cook you something, I need my head, you're making me dizzy," she said in her best angry voice, although her expression betrayed them. Madara stopped and quickly kissed her again. In his mind, he steeled his resolve: if this is what it takes to make her happy, I will forget about my plans and focus on the future. I'll do anything for you, Hitomi. -24 years before the current time, Land of Waves. 5 years have passed, and now we could see a happy Madara leaning against a tree with Hitomi on his chest. Hitomi had a slight bulge in her stomach, pregnant with their second child. Both glanced at the sea, seeing a 4-year-old kid standing on the water. He had spiky blonde hair, and the bluest eyes anyone had ever seen. His name was Minato Namikaze, son of Madara Uchiha and Hitomi Namikaze. Seeing their son's success in standing on the water training, both parents felt a burst of pride, feeling happy about having a wonderfully talented child and that they were going to have another one. Although both Madara and Hitomi had abandoned their shinobi ways, they decided to train young Minato so he can defend himself should he needed it. They also explained to him that they decided to give him his mother's name because the only Uchiha ever to be exiled was Madara himself. It will be troublesome because the Uchiha will be looking for you. Blonde and Sharingan isn't exactly a common combination, he told his son. Unknown to his wife, he had actually trained his son in awakening the Sharingan by accidentally putting him in a live-or-death situation, a tree-walking lesson gone bad. If she knew, let's just say that Madara wouldn't be dead, but losing something even more precious than his eyes. After all, while he is strong, she is very swift with her knife. After seeing his blood-red eyes, Madara told him about his clan and said to Minato to be proud of his heritage. A few weeks later. Land of Waves Market. Today is not a good day for Madara. Combination of mood swings and food craving made Hitomi even more dangerous opponent than Hashirama. She was more than capable of making him feel anger, pain, and fear at the same time. So he had to buy every food ingredient available and cook everything she likes or fear the retribution. Suddenly he felt a burst of chakra from his house. The signature, unmistakably, was his son's. It was so unstable that it made him remember the time Izuna unlocked Mangekyo's Sharingan. Fearing something might have happened to Hitomi, he rushed through the woods to his home only to find Hitomi stabbed with a ninjato, Minato with a Mangekyo Sharingan, and 6 IWA shinobi. Mother! Minato turned his eyes to the IWA shinobi who threw the ninjato, his eyes full of rage, promising death to the one who hurt his mother. Minato's right eye cried blood, and instantly the offending IWA shinobi found themselves burned by black flames, but Minato then collapsed from chakra exhaustion, not used to handling the chakra taxing technique. Before any of the enemy ninja could lay their hands on Minato, however, they found their sword broken and saw Madara with kunai in his right hand. One of the IWA shinobi yelled at him, "Who the fuck are you, you fucking little shit?" Clearly one of the younger generations. Then he gulped when he felt the killing intent Madara projected towards them. Madara's eyes turned into blood-red eyes with 3 tomos. The leader of the group smiled, seeing the red orbs. Looks like the informant was right, boys. Madara does live in this place. His smile widened, becoming more repulsive every second. Don't worry, we won't kill you. We will bring you to Tsuchikage-sama and let him kill you himself, but I'm going to take my sweet time killing that little shit for what he'd done to one of my boys, said the enemy as he created a cone structure between his hands. This man is capable of doing the Jintan, dust release. He must be Mu's son since he only taught Jintan to his son and that brat Inoki, thought Madara, analyzing the situation. So you're Mu's son, huh? I will kill you and then I will present him your head when I kill him, Madara said menacingly, making Mu's son gritting his teeth from both fear and anger. Before he was able to fire his Jintan technique, he found himself with the lower half of his body, which was then completely evaporated by Madara's combination of Susanoo and Amaterasu, his last vision being Madara's Mangekyo Sharingan glowing bright red. After the gruesome display, the remaining IWA shinobi ran for their lives, only for Madara to use Yasaka Magatama and blast the poor bastards, not even leaving a bone in its wake. Not even sparing a glance, he turned to Minato, inspecting his son's condition. After deducing that his son was not in mortal danger, he slowly approached his lover. He looked at her, and his heart filled with remorse for not being there, not being able to protect the one person that mattered the most in his world, the love of his life. Suddenly Hitomi opened her eyes, coughing several times, making Madara hopeful for a second. However, he saw her eyes and he knew that she did not have long before she would pass from this world. Trembling, Hitomi reached for his hand and held it. With her remaining chakra she unsealed a scroll from her storage seal on her wrist and gave it to Madara. She said, "I haven't taught him anything about my clan's Fuin Jutsu or Kekkai Genkai." She started to cough badly. "Please teach these to him." She gave him a weak smile before she continued, "Take cough care of our son, Madara," Hitomi said weakly as she gave one last kiss to her husband. Then she closed her eyes for the last time. Madara just stood there frozen, looking at his now dead wife. In his mind, he was getting flashes of the last 14 years of his life. He had finally found happiness, only to have it ripped from his grasp. Madara's eyes slowly changed its color, from obsidian black to blood red with 3 tomos surrounding the pupil, to 3 large tomos with circle at their tops overlapping each other at the bottoms, and straight line between them. In a fit of rage Madara used Amaterasu on his surrounding. His mind had shattered, and he roared his displeasure to the world. "I was too naive to think this would last, too naive in believing that everything is going to be fine, too naive and leave my plans behind. This world will never change, this reality is worthless." Madara's gaze grew cold. "I will create a world where you will stand by my side, Hitomi. A world where you had never died, a world full of love and peace, where everyone can be the winner, where no child has to kill another child and then have their father take revenge on their son's death. I don't care anymore. All I want is you," Madara thought as he picked up his son and jumped into the woods, leaving behind his former home burning with black flames. Unknown to everyone, even to him, he had fallen again to the curse of his clan, the curse of hatred. 2 months later. Madara and Minato were standing a few miles outside the main gates of Konoha. Madara looked to Minato for the last time. "Minato, my son," said Madara, getting Minato's attention. In the last 2 months Madara trained Minato in the same way his father used to train him, hell-bent on getting his son as strong as possible so he could keep himself safe. During this month of training, though Minato hadn't activated his mother's bloodlines, he had mastered, technically, 2 of Mangekyo's Sharingan ability, Amaterasu and Enten, Blaze Release, a feat never happened in history of the Uchiha clan. Susanoo was not Minato's forte, however, despite already mastering both eyes. "Remember, keep the Uchiha heritage and bloodline a secret from the village, but never forget your legacy. Even though I dislike the senju, this village will keep you safe. Never abandon your beliefs and fight for what you hold dear. Only when fighting to protect someone precious or for pride, that one will show his true strength," he told his son. "I am sorry to leave you, my son, but this is something I must do alone. Speak to the senju and tell him you are an orphan and wish to join Konoha. He will keep you safe. We may never meet again, Minato, and even if we do, we may have to fight each other. Until then, good luck," Madara said as he started to walk away, leaving his son to a new path. "Two-san, Two-san!" Minato yelled at his father, "I don't understand anything you said before. Why we might fight if we meet again, or what are you doing?" Minato take a deep breath, holding his tears. "But if Ka-san can be brought back, will we go back home?" Madara stopped, turned back to Minato, who stared at him with his innocent eyes. Those eyes that never failed to destroy his facade, those light blue eyes he inherited from Hitomi. In flash Minato found himself in his father's embrace, feeling his hair wet from Madara's uncontained tears. "Yes, we all can go back home. If this work, we can go back to our days skipping stones, eating your mom's dishes, you might even meet your uncle and your grandmother." Madara stopped for a while. "Until that time, live your life to the fullest, Minato." Present day. Suddenly Minato awakened from his trip to memory lane by a knock on the door. Quickly dispelling his clones, he opened the door, and saw an Umbu wearing a horse mask. Said, "Sir, it's time." Despite being nervous, Minato managed to maintain a calm demeanor, a trait he received from his father. Nodding silently, he teleported himself, and the Umbu to the location. A few hours later. A scream and cry echoed through the room. "No, this is not TNI department. This was undisclosed location outside the village, a place for his wife Kushina to give birth to their first child, Naruto." Naruto was a carbon copy of his father. He weighed in at 3 kilograms, had spiky blonde hair, and pair of dark blue eyes. "Congratulations, Kushina-chan, it's a healthy baby boy," said Biwako. Biwako was 175 centimeters tall with long light brown hair tied in a ponytail with brown eyes. She was also the Sandaime Hokage's wife. She handed the mother the newborn baby. The mother, Kushina, is a red-headed beauty, a trait common to Uzumaki, with long smooth crimson red hair going all the way to her waist, blue eyes and an ample D-cup breasts adorned her well-developed body. She embraced her son for the first time. "Hello, Sochi," she said with tears flowing from her eyes, and her husband finished her words with a smile. "Welcome to our family, Naruto." To be continued. Chapter 2, Abomination. Rest, Kushina, you will have plenty of time after the baby is cleaned. Biwako said as she picked up Naruto for his first bath. How are you feeling, Kushina? Minato asked, concerned for his loving wife. I'm okay, she replied. Thank you. Minato was thankful that Naruto's delivery went smoothly. It was full moon and it is the worst timing for female Jinchuriki to deliver a baby. Minato said Kushina, but she was cut off by her husband. Alright, I know you have just gone through childbirth, but since tonight is a full moon and you're weakened, I have to strengthen the seal on the 9 tails completely. 1. Suddenly a scream echoed through the room. Turning around, Minato saw to his horror both Biwako and Taji, the nurse, slumped and by the looks of it, dead, while Naruto himself was being held by a masked man. 4th Hokage Minato Namikaze, step away from the Jinchuriki or this child will die after its first minute of life. The masked man said as he held Naruto hostage with his hand hovering dangerously on Naruto's face. While Minato thinking how the masked man entering the barrier, the person pull out a kunai from his sleeve. Get away from the Jinchuriki. Don't you care of what happens to your child? Okay, just calm down, Minato said, frightened. Fear was evident in his eyes. Speak for yourself, Yondaime. I am perfectly calm. The masked man said as he threw Naruto in the air, preparing to stab Naruto with the kunai. Suddenly in a yellow flash, Minato grabbed Naruto. The masked man said as I expected from the yellow flash, I wonder how you'll handle the next one. The masked man made a half-tiger seal and buzzing sound was heard as Minato realizes 5 explosive tags placed in the blanket around Naruto. In a burst of speed, Minato teleported himself to one of his hideouts, removing the blanket, and went outside to get away from the explosion. That man is no ordinary shinobi, Minato thought, wondering just who the masked man is as he dug out a piece of wood that stuck his calf. He managed to separate me from Kushina. Then Minato teleported again to his house and putting his son in bed while whispering, you'll be safe here. Naruto, wait here for a while, I'm going to save your mother. Undisclosed location, outside of Konoha. The masked man approached Kushina and warped her away to the outside the cave. Placing his hand on her stomach, he begins extracting Kyubi. In a couple of minutes a figure is seen erupting from her stomach and materializing in the air. There stood the 9-tailed demon fox in all its glory with 9 tails swinging. With a single glance the masked man traps Kyubi under its control. The once red slitted eyes of Kyubi are now red with 3 black tomos, the Sharingan glowing like a bad omen. Wait! Yelled a weakened Kushina, realizing what was about to happen. Incredible. The Uzumaki clan is simply incredible. Not even extracting a tailed beast from you is enough to kill you, the masked man said. He then commanded Kyubi to kill his former Jinchuriki. But it's only fitting that Kyubi kills its former container after all, he said. As Kyubi is about to crush Kushina, a yellow flash has reappeared on a tree not far from there, holding Kushina in his arms bridal style before teleporting again. He really lives up to his name, Minato Namikaze, Konoha's Yellow Flash, he said before warping to the edge of the village. Minato's house. Minato flashed to his house, laying Kushina near her son as she embraces him. Kushina, I'm going to have to stop Kyubi's attack, take care of our son. He had worn his Hokage Haori and in a yellow flash he was gone. Seen Konoha from outside. It was a warm, calm summer night in the hidden village of the Leaf. Lights were seen all around the village as the people followed their lives unaware of what was about to happen, except for few individuals. Uchiha clan's compound. A little boy is busy lulling his baby brother to sleep, when he felt a dark aura from the direction to the north of the village. What is this feeling, Itachi asked to himself, when suddenly his brother, Sasuke, had awakened and started to cry uncontrollably. There, don't cry, Sasuke, no matter what happens, your big brother will definitely protect you, said Itachi while thinking what a strange feeling, and of all time Tusan and Kasan choose this time to be out. Sarutobi clan's compound. Hiruzen Sarutobi, Sandaime Hokage, was busy with paperwork when suddenly he felt an ominous aura that told him one thing. No, it can't be. Kuchios no Jutsu, the masked man said, slapping his palm on the ground, and in a burst of smoke there stood Kyubi roaring, ready to unleash its fury upon the unsuspecting village. Go, Kyubi! He ordered, and with those words Kyubi starts its destruction. Swinging its tails and using its hands destroy to everything that stood in his way. Sandaime, Kyubi has appeared in the north part of the village, Anbu said as he bowed to the Sandaime Hokage. Yes, I am well aware of it. I will try to suppress it. You and others start to evacuate the civilians, the Sandaime said. Has Kushina's seal been broken? Despite all of our precaution, did we fail? Sandaime thought, before realizing something. Biwako. Meanwhile, on top of the Hokage monument, Minato Namikaze is seen standing in the top of the Hokage monument. He was ready to go face Kyubi, then he saw it. Kyubi was charging a Bijudama. Quickly he go through hand seals and said, Hiration, Dorai, Flying Thunder God, Guiding Thunder. The Bijudama was suddenly sucked into the barrier space before it hit his carved face. Minato teleported the Bijudama into one of his father's safe house. Still the explosion can be heard and seen to the villagers. Minato then felt a presence behind him. Quickly ducking and turning around, he swings his kunai only to phase through the head of his enemy before the enemy caught his hands. Suddenly everything became distorted as the masked man starts to absorb Minato in a ripple-like pattern, but before it's finished Minato disappears using his Hiraishin. He flashed away to his destroyed safe house. Minato's destroyed safe house. That man and that technique he used. Minato thought it's a Jakuken ninjutsu, space-time technique, even more versatile than my own. It doesn't even require hand seals, but the way the technique activated felt familiar, like I had read about it before. Suddenly the realization hit Minato, that technique. Kamui? It means that masked man is an Uchiha or someone with Uchiha eyes. I have to tell Sandaime-sama about this. Suddenly a figure starts to appear just a few meters away from Minato. There stood the masked man with chains, prepared to face the legendary Kiroi Senko Yellow Flash. The men stared at each other, each one daring the other to make the first move. Who are you? Minato asked as he wondered who could possibly have the power to not only unleash but also control Kyuubi. My name is long forgotten and despised in the history of this village. I was once known as Madara Uchiha, but that name is not appropriate anymore since I'm a mere shadow of my former self. He replied, chuckling, thinking how idiotic the Yondaime Hokage was for asking a masked man his identity. A smile crept to the young Hokage's face before he replied, maybe you're Madara Uchiha, but you're not the Madara Uchiha. I know what his chakra felt like and yours are not even half of it. Although, your chakra does have some similarities to his. The masked man's single eye widened for a second before going back to its usual stoic one, wondering how in the world could the Yondaime know that he wasn't Madara. Something here isn't right. How can he know Madara's chakra signature? Has Yondaime met Madara before? Impossible, he lived in a cave for Kami's sake, Toby thought. Oh, if only he knew. Both warriors, wielder of Jakuken ninjutsu, dashed at each other in a battle of speed. The fastest would win. Minato simply throws his Hiraishin, Flying Thunder God technique, kunai at Toby as it's phased through his head. Getting closer to each other, preparing for the face-off, Minato charges a Rasengan in his right hand, preparing to slam it into Toby's mask. Toby was about to touch Minato, a simple preparation to absorb him. Victory is mine, he said, but suddenly Minato disappears from his sight only to appear behind his back using the kunai he previously threw. Minato twists his body, slamming the Rasengan into Toby, destroying the area and marking Toby with Hiraishin's seal while saying Hiraishin, level 2. Toby got back up and jumped onto a rock. I underestimated him, Toby thought as white fluid coming out of his wound. Suddenly Minato appears in front of him, stabbing him with a kunai and applying a contract seal to free Kyuubi. The enraged Toby uppercut Yondaime, who managed to shield his face with his hands, but still the strength of the stranger still pushed him away several feet. Toby, seeing that he lost this battle, says, I will be back and then I will get my revenge on the Leaf Village. As he warped away. Something tells me he wasn't joking, but still what a bastard, using my father's name like that, Minato thought as he got up and teleporting to the battlefield. Battlefield, the northern part of the village. On the battlefield stood the Sandaime, leading the forces, trying his best to push Kyuubi away from the village when suddenly he heard Kuchio's no jutsu, Minato said as he drops on top with Kyuubi with his summon Gamabunta, the Toad Boss, who had pinned Kyuubi to the ground. Try to hold him down as long as you can. Teleporting something this big requires preparation, Minato said to the Toad Boss as Minato prepared to teleport Kyuubi away from the village. Are you crazy? I am not a miracle worker, Gamabunta said. Hurry! Suddenly both Minato and Kyuubi disappear. Near the safe house. Minato arrived near the safe house with Kyuubi. Teleporting huge things drained a large chunk of his chakra reserve, which despite being Kage, still small compared to the likes of past Hokages. Minato, I can still feel that damn Uchiha inside my head. You have to seal me back to Kushina. I refuse to be slaved by a damn Uchiha, Kyuubi said, much to Minato's surprise. What? I thought I have nullified the contract, Minato thought as he teleported to the safe house, picking up Kushina and Naruto for the ritual. Kushina, I need your help to restrain him. He's still being pushed, Minato says as Kushina gathers the remainder of her chakra to form chains to snare Kyuubi to the ground. What are you trying to do? Asked Kushina. I'm going to seal him inside our sun, Minato replied while performing a long set of hand seals. At the end of the hand seals he shouts Shiki Fujin. Dead demon consuming seal. Behind him appeared a ghostly figure wearing white garb. Its face looks like a demon complete with 2 horns sticking out of its hair. Minato, what are you doing? Stop! Kushina screamed at what she heard, a terrifying technique that ensures eternal damnation for both the sealer and the sealed. I have to Kushina, only his energy can completely seal a being as powerful as Kyuubi. Minato was already panting at this point, his chakra reserve depleted again. No, just let me reseal the fox within me. The Bijou should die along with the Jinchuriki. Kushina tried to reason with Minato. She was too late, however, as Minato already made up his mind. No, It will be temporary at best, and when Kyuubi reborn he will be slaved again, and at that time Konoha would be destroyed, Minato explained, but Kushina wouldn't hear it. Are you listening to yourself, Minato? You're condemning our son to a life of a Jinchuriki. Kushina had wanted to scream, but pain and fatigue from holding back the Kyuubi was beginning to tire her. No, I'm believing in my son, in our son. Minato said it firmly, no room for doubt in his tone. Kushina still wanted to argue, but suddenly she felt Kyuubi yank one of the chain. She was already tired by erecting barrier, and the only reason why Kyuubi didn't move was by his own willpower not to obey the masked man's command. Unfortunately, the Uchiha was too strong, and in no time he regained control of the fox. Minato, get out of the way! Kyuubi shouts as he feels his body moving by itself to kill his next Jinchuriki, his gigantic claw ready to pierce baby Naruto's body. However, instead of obeying his order, both Minato and Kushina had jumped in front of his claw, protecting their son. Kyuubi was shocked seeing what transpired before him. His claw was mere inch from Naruto's body, threatening to pierce his soft stomach. But it never happened. His claw was stopped in its track. Not by a flashy, powerful techniques like Susanoo or Mokutan, Hote no Jutsu. No, it was stopped with nothing but two human bodies. Why? Minato asked, his voice full of pain. Why did you do this? I'm his father. I should have been the one sacrificing myself to save my son. My life is already forfeited anyway, Minato said. Kushina felt like bonking his head, but since she's too weak right now, she just answered, I'm his mother. I have as much a right as you do. Minato only sighed since he had never once won an argument with his redhead wife. Kushina, cough, we don't have much time. Any last words? Naruto, she started, her voice strained. I want you to grow into a nice young man and a strong shinobi. Remember to bathe every day and go to bed early. Keep up with your studies and practice your ninjutsu hard. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses, so don't get too depressed if you can't do something well. Also, I want you to make friends. You don't need that many, only a few, as long as they are true friends. No drinking until you're at least 20, and stay away from Jiraiya. Slowly Kushina turned his head and said, I am sorry, Minato, I took your time. It's all right, replied Minato before turning his head to Kyuubi. Kyuubi, can you look out for my son? I know he will have a hard time being your Jinchuriki, he asked. It would be my honor. I will take care of your son, Kyuubi replied. His respect to the couple increased even more since he knows that even his creator would have a hard time making this decision. Damn, Minato thought, I need to make sure he knows of my father's legacy. I can't let him go to the Uchihas, not with what just happened, not with Kyuubi in him. The Uchiha might use him to gain power, but I never told anyone, and it's too late to do so now, he starts thinking when suddenly an idea struck his head. Maybe this will work. Slowly Minato gathers what was left of his chakra and pushed it to his eyes. Slowly the blue eyes turn into red with tomos, before change into his Mangekyo shape, a lotus-shaped red lines on top of black background. He says in a weak tone, Uchiha clan's third Kenjutsu, Amenamina Kanishi. Slowly, his left eye turns white and he felt his chakra level drop significantly. He knew it would be a matter of time before he's losing his life, and he hurried himself to say his parting words. Naruto, listen to what your motor-mouthed mother said, grow up to be a strong and brave shinobi. Damn it, I'm losing my consciousness. Minato tried to form the seal, but found his own hands freezing, like he's in a rigor mortis after coming this far. Am I going to fail? Minato stubbornly tried to move his fingers, but they wouldn't budge. Then he heard a voice from the past. Only when fighting to protect someone precious or for pride, that one will show his true strength. At this point he almost cried as he remembered every person he failed to protect. With the last of his chakra, the fourth Hokage let out his final scream, Hack Fuin Shiki, 8 trigram sealing style. Inside Naruto's seal. Beast chakras, boy, I believe your father just put me in the best vessel possible, Kyuubi thought, grinning as he sensed 2 chakra signatures from his brothers. To be continued. Chapter 3, Awakening and Revelation. 5 years later, Konohagakure no Sato. It is 5 years since the Kyuubi attack. The village has got back to its former state. This is time of peace, no monster destroying houses or ninjas from other village attacking their homes. Most people are happy as this is time of prosperity for the leaf. However, despite the good things that happened, the villager hasn't yet let go of their hatred for the beasts that attacked their village 5 years ago. They harbor hatred to the monster so great that they are more than willing to do anything in order to hurt the beasts, even if it was by proxy. October 10th, Kyuubi's defeat anniversary. The village is busy. This day is very special. Today is the day the 4th Hokage saved the village. The village is covered by decoration and people selling merchandise. Like a figure of Yandame stood atop of Kyuubi's head, a Yandame-shaped candy, even a puppet show imported from Sunagakure. Everyone looks so happy, everyone except for one little boy. His name is Naruto Uzumaki. He was an orphan of the Kyuubi attack. His height is about 120 centimeters, had spiky blonde hair, a dark blue eyes, and in each cheek he had 3 whiskers marks, a birthmark. He was wearing a white shirt with short sleeves, an orange swirl in his back, and a black pants. Despite looking like a normal boy, apart of his height and whisker marks, he was hated and despised by the village. Why? Because he is the Jinchuriki of Kyubi, a painful reminder of their dark past, of their relative, lover, or friend's death, you name it. By the age of 4 he was forced to live in the street, going from one trash can to the other because the orphanage kicked him out. He lived that life for about a month before the NBU found him beaten by an adult for protecting himself against the adult's child. The only one he can call family and trust is Sandaime Hokage, who he saw like a grandfather figure, who he give his best to help Naruto even if he can't be there for him. He gave him a small apartment and monthly allowance, but still the villager kept chasing and beat him to a pulp, only for him to be healed again in less than a week. No store accepted him, some beat him before throwing him to the street, give him rotten goods, double the price, and the rest outright robbing him. They didn't try to kill him in broad daylight though, as the Uchiha always watching. The Uchiha were neutral, for them Naruto Uzumaki was the thin barrier that held the menace that was the Kyubi, that's why they wouldn't let him die. Today, however, the villagers were bolder, courtesy of a certain bird from a certain organization. Die, you demon, said a blonde-haired woman before screeching like a banshee. Finish what Yondaime started. Shut, another villager feeling like a warrior doing righteous mission. Let's burn him up like how he burned our village, shouted a spiky-haired man. Naruto, still running for his life, pleaded to them, stop. Please, what did I ever do to any of you people? His legs start to give away. But he isn't going to stop, no matter what he has to survive. Stop with your act, damn demon. You know damn well what you did to us. You killed my brother, father, and my wife. One of the villagers shouting while the other villagers roaring their approval. That day the third bewitched by you, but not us. We will finish you. Finish him. Finish what Yondaime started, said a spiky-haired man as he charged and throwing an empty bottle, which missed its target. The owner of the said organization, Danzo, was trying to make Naruto unleash his power so he could be deemed dangerous and the Hokage would have no option left but leaving Naruto in his care. He wasn't wrong, later Naruto would have unleashed his power, just not one he expected. A ninja appeared in front of Naruto, yanking his collar and smash him down to the ground. They began to beat every inch of Naruto's body. He tried to escape the pain by shutting of his senses, but not only it didn't help, it also made the mobs even more violent. The ninja that caught him earlier stopped the mass, saying he wanted the honor of killing the demon. This is for my son, said the ninja as he unsheathed his sword. Come on, we're waiting, one of the villagers sneered, as others laughed at it like he just cracked a funny joke. Die. The ninja slashed the boy, cleaving Naruto's body into two. Blood spurted everywhere and everyone cheered, that is until they realized that the ninja just cleaved a signboard. Well, look what we got here. It took only 5 years for the Hokage to be gone and everything went back to the stone era, said Naruto from the roof with his eyes closed. He was speaking with a voice that awfully similar for the ninja that about to cleave him. Damn demon! Get back here! One of the mob threw a rake towards him, but strangely the rake stopped mid-air and landed harmlessly to the ground. Looks like little Naruto got himself a good Kekkei Genkai, said the being that used Naruto's body, amused. Sorry, but this show got to end, I have to talk to someone important. Naruto's right eye opened, revealing its red color, and instantly the mobs were put in a genjutsu. Naruto landed gracefully in the middle of the sleeping bodies, right before his knees gave out as the will that controlled it left his body. Naruto's mindscape. Naruto woke up in what seemed to be a sewer. There were pipes in every wall and the floor was filled with water reaching his ankle. He wandered through corridors, wondering where he was when he heard a soft male voice calling him. Follow my voice, the strange voice said. Naruto didn't know who said that, but his gut told him to follow this voice. After walking for a couple of minutes, Naruto found himself staring at a big iron door with vertical bars. The middle of the door, it was a small paper with the kanji 4 seal. He looked inside the cage, though seemed empty, but ominous feeling emanated from it. Hello, Naruto, said the voice. Naruto jumped back surprised and noticed a man leaning on the cage's door. Naruto observed the man carefully. The man was about 190 centimeters in height, had spiky blonde hair with 2 bangs that framed his face. His lean frame was with covered full body, dark blue suit and standard jonin flak jacket along with a white haori Naruto knew too well. Why Yondaime Hokage? Asked Naruto. There is no mistaking it, the haori he had seen in books, the badass flaming haori with kanji for Yondaime that he idolized. Yes, Naruto, my name is Minato Namikaze and I am the Yondaime Hokage, he said, looking at the kid in front of him, and wondered how it happened so soon. Naruto seen 5 at the most. What kind of horror he went through as a Jinchuriki that he have to awaken the Sharingan at this age, not even the Hokage could imagine. How? You were supposed to be dead. Am I dead too? Naruto asked. Shaking his head, Minato replied, no, thankfully you are not dead, but unfortunately I am. But if you are dead, then where am I? And how do you know my name? Naruto wondered what the hell was going on. Naruto, I'm going to explain everything to you. Listen closely, okay? He asked, to which Naruto nodded. We are inside your mind. This is your mindscape. It's basically a representation of your mind in physical form, understand? Naruto nodded. Now, I am the will of the late Yondaime given physical form sealed inside you, still with me? Naruto wanted to ask something, but Minato put his forefinger to Naruto's lips. Well, get back to that later, okay, and for your last question, how can I forget my only son's name? Naruto's eyes widened, realizing what his idol just said. Yes, Naruto, I am your father, Minato said with a small smile. How? How can you be my father? Gigi said he didn't know you are Hokage, right? You should be famous. And why? Why do the villagers treat me like a disease? Naruto asked in disbelief. I have many enemies. Naruto and Sandaime-sama knew it's for the best to hide this information. As for the second one, Minato started explaining, but he was cut by a voice booming from inside the cage. I'll answer it, said the voice before two gigantic red eyes seen from the cage. The bijou is a mass of chakra. We can't be destroyed, nor we can be killed permanently, so he sealed me inside you. I am Kyuubi no Kitsune, the very same bijou who destroyed your village, said Kyuubi. Naruto, frozen in his place before he muttered, so it's true, I'm the Kyuubi, I'm a mons. Before Naruto can talk more, Yondaime cut him. No, you're my son, not the Kyuubi, not a monster, you're my son, he is your tenant, and for the record he wasn't the enemy. Huh? Naruto was puzzled by the last statement. Kyuubi said, no need to fear me, little boy, I'm not going to hurt you. I didn't even want to destroy your village, I was forced. I'm either as wild or destructive as the villagers told to their children. Minato nodded before continuing where Kyuubi left off, explaining the night the Kyuubi attack, the night he was born, how his mother actually a Jinchuriki and attacked by a masked man, and how the masked man controlled the Kyuubi. Naruto, finally understand why his father sealed Kyuubi inside him, and understanding Kyuubi's situation, only nodded. He said, I'm still angry with you, but I understand the reason, sort of. I guess I have to thank you for trusting me with the Kyuubi. Dad, Naruto murmured the last part, while turning his face away. Seeing his son's maturity, Minato only raised an eyebrow, but before he said anything, the Kyuubi said, it's Kurama. Eh? Naruto was startled by Kurama, who was silent from the moment Minato began his tale. You deaf? I said it's Kurama, that's my name. Also, here Kurama held up his hand, initiating a fist bump. Naruto reluctantly accepted, and suddenly he felt an unimaginable warm feeling coursing through his body. The thing you're feeling right now is my chakra, learn to control it, and we might talk business, said Kurama before he retreated to the darkness that was his cage. Minato, seeing this, proud of his son, not even his wife Kushina capable of synchronizing with Kyuubi to this extent. Naruto, focus to your eyes, tell me, what do you see? Naruto did as he was told and replied, I saw a blue aura covering your body and red aura covering Kurama's cage. Minato nodded before saying, good, now pay attention to what I'm about to say, I can't stay here too long. Why? I still want to talk, I want to know about Mom, about our family. Naruto's mood went south. Well, I want to, but you see the technique I used is very dangerous. Minato's last word piqued his interest. Dangerous? Was it flashy jutsu they told us in the books? Naruto's eyes widened. After what he read in books about the fourth's legendary use of Flying Thunder God, he didn't know that there is something else could be even more dangerous. How do I explain this to a kid? Minato muttered under his breath until he remembered his time limit. Okay, so you see, I would have sealed my chakra and Kushina's chakra at the time of the sealing, but I can't because I haven't mastered the art. So I use a forbidden delayed kinjutsu, one designed to take over one's body. It only activate when one of these events happened, you awakening your Sharingan or attaining Chunin's rank. If I stay here too long, my will would overtake your mind and changing your mind to a clone of me, explained Minato, who now taking a giant load of air though he knew he didn't need one. Huh. The point is, if I stay, you'll die, Minato gave him the brief and hard truth. It's not fair. His head bowed and clearly teardrops were running to the pool that was the Nine-Tails cage. Minato, in his attempt to lighten his son's burden, ruffled Naruto's hair and said, sorry Naruto, but sometimes we can't have anything we want. Well, though you cannot stay, I'm still happy to meet you, said Naruto as he tried to smile and wipe his tears with his sleeve. That's my boy, said Minato, proud of his son's maturity, though he couldn't really afford to since time was catching up to them. Now listen. For the next 15 minutes Minato taught him about his clan Kekkei Genkai excluding Mangekyo's Sharingan, location for scroll about his Kekkei Genkai in his home, and how to gain access to that place. For the last one he asked Naruto, do you know who Madara Uchiha is? And have you ever heard of Hitomi Namikaze? Kyuubi growled, hearing Madara's name, clearly showing distaste for the late Uchiha. Yes, I know both of them are legendary, Madara for being co-founder of the village and one of the wielder of the famed Blaze release. Unique even in the Uchiha clan, while Hitomi Namikaze for being the second fastest ninja, too, in her time for her skill in her clan's swift release which rivaled the likes of Raikage's, and since she was the last Namikaze you must be her son, said Naruto. Impressed with Naruto's answer, Minato decided to give him the secret. Well, no history book ever recorded that Madara Uchiha survived his battle with Hashirama at Valley of the End, nor Hitomi Namikaze for being Madara's wife, said Minato as he activated his Sharingan. Naruto's eyes widened before he realized. He is your father? Naruto exclaimed out loud. Yes, Naruto, he is my father. He is the reason why you can see us bathed in chakra, because you inherited his Kekkei Genkai, said Minato. While with Tusen being the mighty Kuroi Senko, Yellow Flash, Madara Uchiha being my Jiji, Grandpa, and Hitomi Namikaze being my Bachan, Grandma, there is no way I won't become Hokage, believe it, said Naruto, pumping his fist to the air. Minato almost laughed when he heard the Uzumaki's verbal tick. I have no doubt you will, Naruto, said Minato, ruffling his only son's hair. He wanted to talk more with his son, but then he felt his own chakra getting wilder and currently trying to dominate his son's body. He decided it was time for him to go. Forming a ram seal, he said Kai, and suddenly his body enveloped in white aura. Naruto, my time is up. Remember what I will tell you. Don't come to the Uchiha clan. I know you want a family, but they won't see you as one. They will see you as a weapon. Don't be arrogant for having Sharingan. Don't tell anyone that you're my son, at least till you can protect yourself and anyone dear to you, since I have a lot of enemies. Sorry Naruto, our meeting is short. Remember Kao-san and Tu-san love you. Always. With those words, Minato Namikaze will disappeared. I love you too, Dad, said Naruto tearfully. But then here comes Kurama, breaking the mood. Naruto, the Hokage panicked because you haven't wake up yet. With those words he pushed Naruto from his mindscape. Hospital room. Naruto woke up thinking everything that happened in his mindscape is a dream. I must be dreaming. What a crazy dream. Suddenly a growl made him flinch. Baka. I'm inside you and I saw all of them. Naruto jumped comically while yelling, what? Kurama, speak inside his head. Don't be so loud. If you want to speak to me, just think, if the Hokage was here he'll try to seal me completely. Naruto grinned sheepishly. Hee hee, sorry, thought Naruto. Suddenly his room opened and there his grandfather figure walked to him. Though his face is calm as always, Naruto can see in his eyes, they are full of worry and sadness. Are you alright, Naruto? Asked Hiruzen, using his grandfather voice. Naruto smiled an assuring smile. Yes, Jiji, I'm alright, just a bad dream. Naruto, do you remember what happened? Sandaime asked him. Even though there was no casualty, the ANBU found that the villagers were put to sleep along with Naruto. Either someone was helping him, or it could be Kyuubi taking over his mind. Probably the former, since he couldn't sense Kyuubi's chakra when it happened. Naruto said the truth. I remember them punching me, then I forget. Thank you, Naruto. Now get back to rest. You want to get tall, don't you? Hokage distracted Naruto. He didn't want him to relieve such horrible event. Naruto nodded and fell asleep again. Unknown to the Hokage, he was back to the cage again, this time with his own will. 2 days later at the Hokage office. Naruto decided that going through the front door will only bring bad taste to his mouth. The Hokage's secretary is not exactly fond of him, so he leaped from one roof to the other and slipped to the office using a window. Hey old man, said Naruto, his voice much more cheerful than 2 days ago. Hiruzen smiled. Only one boy ever come to his office through windows in the past, and this child before him were very similar to the other. Hello Naruto, is there anything I can do for you? Don't tell me you used all of your money to buy ramen again, said Sandaime, chuckling. Naruto smiled for a second before his face turned serious. Jiji, I need to talk to you privately. Sure Naruto, go ahead, said the old Hokage. No, there are people here, might be your Anbu or else you're about to be assassinated, said Naruto. The Hokage face remained composed, however, inside his mind he was surprised Naruto is sensor type. Thought Hiruzen. Giving his order to the ANBU squad protecting him to quickly get out of his office. Now they are truly alone. Naruto asked Hiruzen, I want my birthright, Jiji. Before Hiruzen opened his mouth, Naruto cut him, his voice cold. Don't lie to me, Jiji. I already know about them, my father, my mother. Now I want my birthright. How do you know? Who told you? Asked Hiruzen, surprised. Naruto started explaining his encounter while keeping some information secret. Madara, Sharingan. Minato, always the genius. Even at death's door he's able to plan this far ahead. Shame you had to die, Minato thought the old Hokage, lamenting his successor's demise. So what now? You will tell everyone of your true identity? Revenge on me? The leaf? The villager? Asked Hokage. He know that Naruto may think he is betrayed by his grandfather figure, and no one can judge him. After all, the village cause him harm the most rather than enemy village. No, Jiji, said Naruto affectionately, I can't hate the villagers. They are just stupid. I can't hate you either. Tusen said that you are always the soft one. Everyone sees you as a father figure, but the civilians used it against you. I only want to visit my parents' house and study their scrolls a little. Right now I don't have enough power to reveal my heritage, they will hunt me. Smiling at Naruto's answer, Hiruzen then said, you're more mature than I thought. Alright, I let you go. Their house is at the eastern part of the village. People rarely go there because they all thought that he lived in my compound. Well, he only visit me and teleport to his house actually. The gate is keyed with Uzumaki or Namake's blood and chakra. In 1 minute you need to unlock the door with this key or defense system will recognize you as enemy. Nodding his head, Naruto then said, okay GG, see you around. But then he sensed a well-hidden chakra near a bookcase. He almost missed it if not because of the metallic object the ninja carried. Naruto gave Hiruzen a sign, earning him Hokage's flabbergasted expression and the opportunity of being a spectator to the Hokage's still amazing, if somewhat diminished, ability. Hiruzen gave the spy the beating of his life, earning him Naruto's admiration for his swift and graceful move despite wearing the Hokage robe. Hiruzen was baffled. He didn't know how Naruto able to sense someone so well hidden even from himself, but Naruto only said that he felt it from metallic object in the intruder's pocket. Shinobi no Kami rubbed his head muttering, I'm just too old for this shit, making Naruto's sweat dropped. His A and B rushed to the office, only to see Hiruzen examining the intruder. Apparently this guy was from Danzo's route. Oh well, bring him to Ibiki and after that dispose of him. I don't want him to leak S-rank informations to Root, said Hiruzen to his A and BU. Turning his head to Naruto he said, Naruto, remember this is S-rank information. You will not tell this to anybody, especially a certain one-eyed crippled old man wrapped in bandages, okay? Hi Hokage-sama, said Naruto mimicking the A and BU. Seeing this, Hiruzen only chuckled before dismissing Naruto. End of the line. Chapter 4, Growth and History. It's been 4 years since the revelation. Naruto trained rigorously since then. Reading his parents' scrolls he learned many things ranging from Nitaigen, Fuinjutsu, Iryo Ninjutsu, medical technique, Kekai Ninjutsu, barrier technique, even Juinjutsu, curse seals. His mother's scroll was the most helping, because from this scroll he learned his most sacred jutsu, Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. Apparently his mother used to be sucked at chakra control because of her status as Jinchuriki and member of Uzumaki clan. Sarutobi Hiruzen, in all of his wisdom, teach her Kage Bunshin no Jutsu, which she abused so much that Kurama himself had to work very hard to filter her clone's mind or she would damage her brain permanently. All of this crazy feat owed to the fact that she is an Uzumaki and container of Kurama. Like his mother, Naruto used Kage Bunshin to speed up his training, though unlike her he can create more because his chakra coil can withstand Kyuubi's demonic chakra, while his mother can only contain him. Naruto have been submerged in Kyuubi chakra since his conception, making his body very resistant to the damage, though he still have trouble because Kurama said that he still can't filter his collection of hatred that attach itself in his chakra, so Kyuubi only permit him 1 tails at most. Thanks to his lineage and status he can create thousands upon thousands of clones, but Kurama's warning made him limit himself to 100 clones at most during training. While her mother can't withstand more than 25 memories, his limit was 4 times of his mother, thanks to his Uchiha blood which enabled him to process information at faster rate. 1. His ninjutsu is high Jonin level. He managed to perform Rasengan, an A-rank ninjutsu at mere age of 9, though he still need his shadow clone since his chakra control wasn't that great. Genjutsu without Sharingan he can only use demonic illusion false surrounding, though his illusion can't be easily broken because of his potent chakra, and for his taijutsu he managed himself to mid-chunin. He used a mixture of Uchiha clan's interceptor style and Namake's clan's lightning strike which employ speed, disabling others' attack, and fast counter-attack. His Fuinjutsu is intermediate level, though he still can't use just his hands to use complex seal without drawing them. To compensate he used his Jiten, magnet release, to manipulate Quicksilver to write a seal then activate it with lightning chakra too. He also learned from the Hokage scrolls various Bukijutsu ranging from Shuriken Jutsu to Kuzurigama Jutsu. For his Kenjutsu however he decided to honor the Uzumaki clan. He learned about it from the Uzumaki scroll containing their personal Kenjutsu style. Apparently it required the user to have great dexterity since this style incorporated a lot of acrobatic movement. While he is capable of using almost all weapon proficiently, his favorite isn't actually a combat style from Sunigakure, puppetry technique. He found a scroll about this technique when he was doing D-rank mission. Flashback, 2 years and a month ago, Naruto age, almost 7. Hokage office. The Hokage can hear a shouting match in front of his office door. Apparently his secretary refused to let Naruto enter, and they are shouting to each other. Rubbing his temples he raised his voice a little, let him in, and take a day off, said the Hokage. Hello Naruto, is there anything I can help you? Asked the old shinobi. To his surprise Naruto requested a D-rank mission. The Hokage found this amusing since the only one who can ask missions are shinobi, and Naruto wasn't a shinobi, not formally anyway. Sorry Naruto, while I'd love to I can't, you're not shinobi yet, said the old Hokage. Naruto thought a little before saying, Gigi, they are chores and I don't want to keep leeching to you. I want to be independent like Tusan. Smiling proudly at Naruto's motivation, he decided that although it will produce paperworks, he will help Naruto. Alright, I will give you cash for the D ranks and I will record it under one of my A and BU name. When you are genin, I'll transfer the information to your ninja file. Thanks Gigi, you're the best, said Naruto, grinning cheerfully. The next 3 days. Naruto wasn't disappointed. The constant use of Kage Bunshin that made him able to make twice as much as Hokage's allowance, much to Hiruzen's dismay. He felt happy helping people even though these people are the same ones who love to beat him up. Good thing he had learned henge, or else these people might stab him in the back. That won't end well. Now he is helping a farmer harvesting their crops since the owner is sick. While harvesting, he walk into a rusty hidden door underneath the earth and fall. Quickly activating his Sharingan, he managed to dodge a wire connected to exploding tags, saving his ass. Landing safely, he saw stairs spiraling downwards. Thanks to his Sharingan's enhanced vision, he managed to go through without triggering the traps, and finally he stood in front of a metal door. Opening it, he immediately puked. What the fuck? Whoever did this is twisted, insane son of a bitch, thought Naruto as he saw 3-person fused into one being grotesquely. He decided to further investigate the place until he arrived near a door with sign library. When he opened it, he saw an empty room, like it was deserted, but he found something interesting. A scroll with a symbol scorpion on it. Reading it for a while, he was surprised. This is a puppetry technique from Suna. He knew that he hit a jackpot. Combining the puppet with his seals could be his ultimate card against strong enemies. After sealing the scroll inside his storage seal, he wandered an area that looked like a laboratory filled with broken glasses, strange liquid, what looked like another chimera, and many blood vials. The smells is familiar, but then seeing that makes him know who the owner is. There stood a head composed of many little snake. The only one who can do this kind of shit and use snake summon is none other than Orochimaru himself, but there is something else catching his attention. Hashirama Madara Tobarama Izuna Minato Kushina Mito Shiro Mamoru 3, said Naruto, not believing what he had seen. These names are legendary, and what's worse is those name is on blood vials, except the vial with the name Izuna, which is a lock of hair. Damn Orochimaru, what is he trying to achieve with these bloods? Naruto was very angry since they are his family's name. He chose to seal it inside his storage seal. He knows of one darkness that will use these blood for evil. Beside the blood vials, he found some kind of journal, and when he read it, he finally understand what that perverted man want to achieve. That crazy bastard, he is trying to become the second coming of Rikudo Sennin. Hokage office. Hiruzen was having a normal day in his office, and by normal means that he was cursing Minato for leaving him with the paperwork that's seemingly coming out of nowhere, and what's worse is he know Minato take to his grave the secret to beat paperwork. While he was cursing, suddenly Naruto bursting through the door. Old man, Naruto started, I think I found one of your snaky student's old bases. His pipe fall from his hands and he yelled, what? I was doing one of the D rank, which is harvesting crops, when I walk into a rusty door, and I found his laboratory. There are many kinds of abomination there. Luckily they are all dead, said Naruto. Anbu, the Hokage said, and in front of him appeared an Anbu with a weasel mask, kneeling before the Hokage, awaiting his orders. Bring me Tenzo and Anko. Hi, Hokage-sama, the Anbu said, and vanished in a puff of smoke. The Hokage turned to Naruto. You're a clone, aren't you? He asked, to which Naruto, nodding his head. Boss isn't checking the rest of the base and making sure no one enters it, the clone responded. Then tell him to stop exploring and guard the entrance until my Anbu Tenzo and Anko arrive, then tell him to come here immediately after, the Hokage said, getting a nod from the clone before he dispelled. Petamaru's lair, I mean Orochimaru's base. While exploring, his clone memory hit him, so he quickly go outside and wait. A male Anbu and a female Tokubetsu Jonin arrived. The man asked first, are you Naruto Uzumaki? Nodding his head, the man said, you're to meet Hokage immediately. Naruto nodded again and leaving, but before leaving the woman blocked his path and asked, where is your headband? Naruto said, I'm orphan and Hokage Gigi give me permission to do D-rank mission, and now I'm here in your former sensei old base. You know me? Asked Anko, shocked. She wasn't that well known to kids in Konoha, though very popular among Anbu and Jonin alike. Who doesn't? After all, you're the only one in whole Konoha who used snake after he left, said Naruto, like it's a very common information. Well, he just love history. Before Anko talk again, Tenzo said, come on Anko, we have a mission, and immediately Anko jumped to the hole. Naruto, seeing that, only turned around and running to Hokage's office. Hokage's office. Let me get this straight, you do a D-rank and somehow ends up opening my stew, Orochimaru's hideout? Asked Hiruzen Sarutobi. Yes, Naruto said. I don't know what to say, you're lucky though. Orochimaru isn't someone who leave his hideout without protection, said Sandaime before he continued, I upgrade this mission to S rank, you will never tell this to anybody, you're not going to write it in your diary, and the most important is never go back there. Understand? Yes, Sandaime-sama, said Naruto like the weasel ANBU. Smiling to Naruto, he said, take the rest of the day off. No more D rank, you're already rich with this mission alone anyway. Nodding at the Hokage, he leave the office, almost skipping since he got a great technique to learn while Sandaime still on his chair muttering paperwork. Sigh, Naruto, you have no idea the amount of paperwork produced for your D rank, said Hiruzen Sarutobi, crying anime tears. Paperwork, someday I will find a way to beat you, said the old Hokage, laughing madly like one of his pedophile old student. Flashback over. The content of the scroll is a little disturbing. One of them is about turning human into puppet, but the rest is acceptable and applicable. After 2 years studying, the scroll can create combat puppets now. Although he still need to use it with both of his hands, there's always Kage Bunshin to help him. One of his recent puppet, and the one he considered masterpiece, was Shinigami. It looked like the Grim Reaper, wearing a cloak and a scythe and a white scary face. Imagine the Shinigami from Naruto Road to Ninja. In its side there's a chakra-absorbing seal. If he channeled his chakra into the seal, a chakra-absorbing barrier will activate. It can also swung its scythe to create a blade-like barrier that absorbed chakra while cutting the opponent. From the academy he found the only thing worth learning is henge, and since his sensei except Irika always trying to flunk his grade, none of them teach him anything but shitty skill. He's okay with this though. He had learned from the best that deception is shinobi's greatest tool. The academy instructor named Mizuki always trying to teach him special taijutsu style, which really is just brawling type of fighting, but he always said that he isn't interested. Mizuki couldn't care less because for him it's even better, since the reason he teach him is to make sure the demon brat stays weak. Naruto have no willingness to learn, it's even better from his perspective. In class Naruto always act like he is a lonely boy seeking attention, however only closest to him know his true face, not his mask. They are Sasuke Uchiha, Shino Aburame and Shikamaru Nara. How come the emo boy knew his true self? Well, here is how it happened. Flashback. 1 year ago. After the Uchiha clan massacre, Naruto was walking to a lake where he usually meditate and let his imagination run wild so he have idea for his puppets. But this day his spot got a special guest, Sasuke Uchiha. Usually he will react harshly to him, but considering his whole family is killed by his brother, he can't be a bitch. It's calm here, right, Sasuke? Said Naruto approaching Sasuke. Sasuke snaps back to reality. He was thinking about his dead family. Why are you here, dope? Asked Sasuke, irritated by Naruto's presence. I like this place, Sasuke. This place give me a sense of tranquility, said Naruto. Who are you? Naruto won't act like this, said Sasuke, bit wary. He thought this Naruto is Danzo's pawn hinged into Naruto. Shame he can't check it with his Sharingan since he hasn't awakened them. What you see is your illusion of me, Sasuke. This is me, the one I hide from others, said Naruto. Doesn't change the fact that you're still a dope, said Sasuke arrogantly. HN, said Naruto in a total Uchiha style, taunting Sasuke. If you can't see through my simple illusion, how you gonna defeat him whose illusion exceed mine? Shut up. I will gain power to defeat him. I am Sasuke Uchiha, and I will kill him and revive my clan, declared Sasuke. Naruto, though impressed by his determination, irritated by his wrong motivation and the fact that almost all the jutsu wielder is blind to the truth. Alright, meet me tonight at Training Ground Zero, there I will show you why your reality is an illusion, Naruto said before going home, making Sasuke even angrier. Kurama, knowing what Naruto up to, offer him his opinion. Are you sure, Naruto? The Uchiha can never be trusted. They are a clan fated to betray each other, said Kurama within his mind. I know, but I have this feeling that he might be able to rise beyond our clan's curse, Naruto said through their mental link. Knowing that Naruto already made up his mind, Kurama only said, just watch your back. Your father entrusted me to take care of you. Nodding his head, Naruto went to Tuchi for ramen. Training Ground Zero. Sasuke, with his pride as an Uchiha, will never back down from any one challenge, and how could he back down? His opponent is nothing more than the dobe in class, showing smile to everyone like an idiot. However, in deepest part of his mind he knows that Naruto have something that make the Uchiha tremble in fear. Where is the bastard? I'll never let him go after everything he said. I will defeat him and rebuild my clan. I will defeat everyone between me and him. I will show him the Uchiha clan's power. Still thinking about utterly defeating and humiliating Naruto, he didn't notice Naruto come behind him, trying to kick his head. But luckily he felt at the last moment, and ducked before Naruto's right foot connect with the back of his head. Showing Uchiha clan's trademark arrogant smirk, he said. Are you so desperate that you have to come to me from behind, dobe? As expected from the worst, resorting to cheat to defeat someone with more skill. Spare me your arrogant speech, Sasuke. We are shinobi. We cheat and lie all the time, and speaking of cheating, I see you haven't awakened those cheating eyes of yours, said Naruto calmly. I don't need to use Sharingan to defeat you, said Sasuke before engaging him in taijutsu. Sasuke tried to throw a punch with his left fist, but Naruto catch his fist before striking Sasuke's chin, With reflex, Sasuke tried catch Naruto's fist, but suddenly he found himself lying on grass with his rear and his crotch in pain. Before Sasuke's right hand able to catch his fist, Naruto instead grab it with his striking hand and kick him in the crotch before throwing him to the air and proceed to kick him in his ass with such force that Sasuke land a few meters away. UPS shouldn't have done that. Don't want make the last Uchiha stays last Uchiha, right Sasuke? Naruto said playfully. Sasuke, full of rage, come to him so fast that Naruto raised his right eyebrow. That speed is not Academy or Genin. It seems he working his ass of much more than I predicted. Thought Naruto, impressed by the Uchiha's performance. This time Sasuke suddenly disappeared and reappeared in the air before throwing several shuriken at Naruto. But Naruto using his magnet release catch every single one of them with hands before throwing it back, shocking Sasuke. How can he thought Sasuke, as he know that when Itachi was his age Itachi never done that, he can only dodge them easily, but not catch. Sasuke pulled kunai from his pouch and deflect the shurikens, ironically his very own shurikens. It seems you can handle one, said Naruto before making hand seal for Shadow Clone. Now let's see if you can handle two, said Naruto, starting to laugh maniacally before proceeding to overwhelm Sasuke with barrage of kick and punch. Shit, how he can make a solid clone, thought Sasuke before jump back and doing hand seals for his clan signature jutsu. Katon, Gokaku no Jutsu, unleashing a medium-sized fireball dispelling Naruto's clone. Responding in kind, Naruto used magnet release, instantaneous seal writing. Creating a seal that unleash a scroll. Opening the scroll, he said Suetun, Suinjeki. From the scroll comes out a gigantic body of water that form a wall protecting Naruto from Sasuke's attack. While Sasuke can't see him, he used his magnet release again to create seals, revealing a device which looks like a lion's head before saying chakra cannon. The lion head opened its mouth, and from the mouth comes a pure chakra shaped into ball which blasts through his water wall and hitting Sasuke in his chest. Dazed, Sasuke tried to get up, but then Naruto sit on his chest and putting a kunai around his neck. Yield, said Naruto. Sasuke, knowing he lost, only nodded. Naruto get up and offering him a hand. Sasuke though felt his pride hurt, accept his hand and get up. Because I'm doing something with the right reason, said Naruto. And what is it? demands Sasuke, tired of Naruto's vague answer. To help and protect others, said Naruto, firmly before continuing. I fight you in order to help you realize what true power is, not from hatred, but from protecting others. Sasuke, not believing what he heard, said, and why you tried to help me? For what benefit? Nothing, I am orphan Sasuke, and orphans help each other. Since you are now an orphan, I want to help you. I can't help but think that you are family. Shocked by Naruto's answer, he can't speak. He almost can't believe those words. If not for the honesty Naruto's face showed. Naruto, noticing Sasuke's blank look, said, Team, snap out of it. You look like someone about to get heart attack. Don't you want to marry lots of women and revive the Uchiha clan? Sasuke's face turned red. He never thought about polygamy before. Hee, got a nice idea, didn't you, joked Naruto, making Sasuke's face turn even redder like tomato. Tell you what, we can train together. We're gonna train together until you become as strong as like your namesake, said Naruto, this time serious. Then how strong you want to be? Questioned Sasuke. He knew that Naruto is not someone who want to lose in ambition. How strong? Rikudo Sannin, of course, said Naruto, grinning like a madman. Sasuke's lips slowly turned into a smile anyone never seen since his brother's betrayal. I have a lot of doubt about it, but let's. Flashback end. After the little sparring, or ass-kicking in Naruto's case, Naruto and Sasuke trained together. Naruto gained access to the Uchiha clan's library while Naruto teach Sasuke few jutsu. Now Naruto have much more jutsu under his belt, and Sasuke, with help of Naruto, able to awaken his Sharingan, each one have one tomo. Despite not being very talented in jutsu, he was able to cleverly incorporate them to his fighting style. He make a storage seals of very deadly tools. Now he wear handbands, one hide a storage seal with countless weapon inside, while the other a storage seal with a ninjato inside. Using chakra paper found inside the Uchiha's library, they tested their elemental affinity. Sasuke and Naruto were shocked. According to a book, a ninja begin with one affinity, and it's very rare for one born with two strong affinity. But Sasuke have lightning as his primary and fire as his secondary, while Naruto's primary affinity is wind with fire as his secondary affinity, and a very minor affinity for lightning, even more shocking since both wind and lightning aren't common in Land of Fire. Sasuke now do D rank 2, so he don't have to use his clan's money, adopting Naruto's independence. Seeing this, Sarutobi smiled because his work just got lessened. He need an anchor, so Sasuke stay loyal to the village, though he have to pay this with his soul, paperworks. To the outside world, Sasuke and Naruto relationship was a typical the genius and the idiot, but inside they considered one another as friend, even a brother maybe. They want to be in same team, so Naruto keep his act as an idiot. Naruto's most developed bond, however, is with Kurama. Kurama give him his knowledge, wisdom, and a family he didn't have. Kurama sometimes give him a history lesson, almost 99% accurate since he himself witnessed those events. One of Naruto's favorite comes from Rikudo Senin's era. Flashback 3 years ago. Naruto, resting after his training, chose to meditate to enter his mindscape. There he met the great Kyubi no Yoko reading a gigantic book. Curiously, he asked Kurama, "What is that book?" Kurama, realizing that Naruto was there, hid the book and said, "Nothing, kid, just a history book from your mind. Is there anything you need?" Actually, the book comes from the mind his previous host Kushina Uzumaki. And it is not a history book, it's a goddamn smut that the third Hokage read because secretly she was a prevert like him. But Naruto must never know about this or Kushina will descend from pure world to beat him for a lifetime. Kurama, tell me about the Uchiha and Senju's past. You lived for a long time, so you should know, right? Asked Naruto, oblivious to the fact that Kurama had lied to him. Well, yeah, I know about their history, and since you ask so nicely, I'll tell you, said Kurama. A long time ago there was a beast so strong that many suspected it to be the origin of all things on the earth. It swallows ocean, carries mountains, and split the land. This monster would be known to you humans as Jubi. What? But I thought there are only 9 Bijou. Naruto said, shocked. Just listen to the story, kid, or I'll take a nap, said Kurama, annoyed being cut by Naruto. Sorry, said Naruto, grinning sheepishly, scratching back of his head. Don't sweat it, where was I? Oh yeah, Jubi. The Jubi destroy anything in its path, wreaking havoc and killing many of your kind, but then one man stand up and challenge the Jubi. His name is Hagoromo Otsutsuki. He is known to you humans as Rikudo Senin, the wielder of Rinnegan. Naruto eyes widened. From his father's scroll in books many says that Rikudo Senin was a god, the true holder of the title Shinobi no Kami. Rikudo Senin defeated Jubi by sealing it inside himself, becoming the first Jinchuriki in the world. Said Kurama. Naruto listened to the story with his eyes full of awe. He felt pride. Pride for being Jinchuriki like his ancestor, pride for his lineage, but at the same time humiliation. His sacrifice is in no way greater than Rikudo Senin. Later Rikudo Senin have 2 sons. The older brother inherited his father's eye power while the younger inherited his body. Like yin and yang, the older brother, Indra, was a true genius while the younger one, Ashura, have second to none of Rikudo's talent. Being Rikudo's son but receiving none of his talent? Sounds sucks to me, said Naruto, unimpressed. You have to realize, Naruto, that like your father not receiving his mother's talent, this is what happened to him too, said Kurama. Apparently he respected the younger brother. With his power, Indra was full of pride. He knows that other people can't best him. On the other hand, the younger brother, Ashura, worked very hard to catch up to his older brother, and he asked for help from other people. Eventually Ashura gained a power equal to his brother, and the sage realized that Ashura's way of living may be an answer to peace that he seeks. So he split 10 Tails chakra to 9 parts, and give them names. As you might have guessed, one of them is me. The sage told all of us, including Indra, to follow Ashura's way. After saying this, Kurama's gaze hardened. Indra thought that it was impossible to achieve peace with love and cooperation, but the sage refused his opinion. Indra loved his father, he wanted his father's dream come true, but he refused Ashura's viewpoint, and so after Rikudo's death, Indra challenged his brother in fight to death. If Naruto had paid attention to Kurama's eyes, he would have seen sadness in his eyes. Indra and Ashura was close to him when he was young. The battle was equally matched, but then Ashura received help from others, and Indra was overwhelmed. Realizing he needed help, he used a ritual to create what you called as the Uchiha. What? So Uchiha wasn't Rikudo's descendant? But I read in father's scroll that both Senju and Uchiha descended from the sage. Shout Naruto, shocked at the revelation. I'll explain after I finish the story, okay? The Uchiha's power turned the tide of the war, and in time many followers of Ashura dead. Ashura then split his chakra to others in order to protect them. Those people who received his chakra become known as the Senju. Seeing him weakened, we the Biji give him part of our chakra, awakening within him his physical energy true potential. Indra, jealous to Ashura because of our action, awakened a very sinister power born from his spiritual energy. Naruto, your father is the son of Madara Uchiha and he was a descendant of Indra, so you are a true Uchiha, not descendant of someone created from the blood ritual. Well, what's the difference anyway? My father and other Uchiha can achieve Sharingan, there is no difference between them, asked Naruto curiously. There are a level of Sharingan known as Mangekyo Sharingan. These eyes can only achieve when the Uchihas experience powerful emotion. The pure blood can achieve this level by training hard though, but the half-blood can only achieve this after experiencing sufficient emotion, which is through pain of losing those close to them, and unfortunately for half-blood, after using these eyes their eyesight deteriorate, and in time they will be blind. The only way to heal this is by taking eyes of someone with Mangekyo, preferably from someone of same blood like siblings or parents. Hearing this, Naruto's expression twists to disgust. He is relieved though that he is not half-blood. Well, I think I have to train more, thanks Kurama, said Naruto. And so Kurama back to reading his smut and Naruto is none the wiser. Flashback ends. Right now Naruto is in his class thinking about the last 4 years. I never know I can go this far, thought Naruto. Maybe soon people will acknowledge me for who I am. Naruto was still having flashback when Iruka whacked his head and saying, Naruto, stop daydreaming. Sorry Iruka-sensei, it will never happen again, said Naruto, rubbing his head. If I got 100 Ryo for every time you say that, it will amount S-rank mission, said Iruka, earning a laugh from the class. Well, life is good for Naruto, but he can't wait for his graduation day. It's so boring having to sit in the class and listening to lecture. Well, Naruto isn't wrong. Many things will happen to him after his graduation, and it's gonna be exciting. End of the line. Chapter 5, Special Chapter, Forbidden Dijutsu. Chapter 4.5 Interlude, the Uzumaki Clan's Forbidden Dijutsu. Naruto, age 11. Naruto is frustrated. He's trying to create a seal for a certain technique that makes his father a legend, Hiraishin no Jutsu. Like his father, he didn't awaken Namake's clan's swift release, but he want to honor the Namake's clan's pride, their speed. He got the reflex needed to use the technique. The only problem is, he hasn't cracked the design left by his father. His father didn't want this technique to fall to wrong hands, so he only left the basic design. Calming himself, Naruto start meditating, all while seeing the scroll. Then he felt strange sensation, like someone or something pour massive informations to his brain. Naruto thought this sensations is a side effect of his concentration. He is so focused on cracking the seal that he didn't aware of blood leaking from his eyes, ears and nose. Kurama, sensing his Jinchuriki state, knocked Naruto out by unleashing a large amount of his chakra. Kurama didn't understand what happened, so he started viewing his Jinchuriki memory. Naruto's seal. Naruto woke up in the familiar sewer. Rubbing his head, he noticed that he can't remember anything about that event. He went to his memory hall to view that memory, but he saw Kurama blocking his way. Hey, what's the meaning of this, Kurama? Said Naruto, annoyed by Kurama's doing. Naruto, don't open that door, at least not now, said Kurama. Why? Is there anything wrong? Asked Naruto, not understanding Kurama's action. Right now, if you view that memory, you will die, said Kurama, shocking Naruto. Why? Asked him, afraid clearly shown in his voice. You just awakened a Dijutsu forbidden to your mom's clan, revealed Kurama. Forbidden Dijutsu? What kind of Dijutsu Uzumaki clan has that they declare it forbidden? Thought Naruto. This Dijutsu is very powerful. In some area they exceed Sharingan and Rinnegan. Continued Kurama. Whoa, it's that powerful? Naruto shocked. What kind of Dijutsu exceed Rinnegan? It's almost blasphemy to claim something exceed the power of Rinnegan. The legend said that the wielder of Rinnegan control life and death itself. It is if you consider knowledge as power. Seeing that Naruto didn't understand, he told him the Dijutsu's history. You remember Indra, right? His first Dijutsu wasn't Sharingan, it was those eyes you just awakened, the one that Rikudo Sannin dubbed as Kimo no Mi, the Yuzugan, said Kurama. Why didn't you tell me before? Asked Naruto. It wasn't relevant, I thought the line already cut. Most Uzumaki who have this Dijutsu died from the influx of informations. Like what about to happen to you before? This Dijutsu have potential to make the wielder all-knowing, since this eyes let the user decode the secret of all things, something even Rinnegan isn't capable of doing. In addition, this Dijutsu has several ability, most of them still unknown even to me. The only person capable of using this Dijutsu without side effect is Indra, but he can't use it when his emotion gets better of him, and he lost this Dijutsu forever when he awakened Sharingan and Mangekyo Sharingan. Explained Kurama. TCH, that Mangekyo Sharingan, I still remembered it to this day. Why his Mangekyo taking that shape, thought Kurama, remembering certain bad event from his past. How is it that he lost it when he awakened Sharingan? Said Naruto, still puzzled Kurama's explanation. Because they are antithesis of each other, the Sharingan is Kokoro o Utsusu Hitomi, too, meaning this Dijutsu require the user to feel intense emotion to use, like I will kill this bastard or I have to survive and such, while Yuzugan require the user to be neutral, just like knowledge. Meaning Yuzugan can't be used if the user emotional state isn't controlled, like when the user is agitated or feeling intense hatred. Indra's hatred, which spans his entire life, is the reason why he can never use it after his father's death. Kurama answered. Wait, how can the Uzumaki have it if the Dijutsu originate from Uchiha clan? Asked Naruto, even more confused by Kurama's explanation. He read that the Uzumakis are distant relatives of the Senju clan. What you read about the Uzumaki origin is wrong. The Uzumaki clan is older than both Uchiha or Senju, but Indra and Ashura married with member of Uzumaki clan before the Rikudo Sannin chose his successor. That's why they are related to both Uchiha and Senju, said Kurama. Now, the Yuzugan's capability to analyze an object is close to infinite, that's why you shouldn't use it until you're able to sort the information yourself, said Kurama, but then he noticed Naruto isn't replying and he realized what Naruto about to do. You fool, what are you doing? said Kurama, but it's too late. Naruto just activated the Jujutsu again. The silence following the event is so tense either one of them blink. After 10 long seconds, Naruto flexes his neck and Kurama letting a sigh, thankful that his Jinchuriki is alright. It's hard, but it's not impossible, huh? I guess in my own mindscape I don't receive too much information. I think I can train to use Yuzugen here. But sure, it's strange. Unlike Sharingan, I see this place bathed in purple and golden chakra, and I know these chakras aren't mine nor yours, said Naruto with shaky voice. Though the influx of information's lessened, it's still hard to process them. So he tried to see if he can control the Jujutsu by training it in his own mindscape. Clever, thought Kurama, astonished by Naruto's way of thinking. Kurama considered telling Naruto the secret of those chakras but decided that this is good opportunity to train his new eyes. He will have to know one way or another, but this way is better. Those eyes are mystery, their full capabilities are still unknown, decided Kurama. Tell you what, let's make this a challenge for you. See if you can decipher informations within these chakras, said Kurama, challenging him. Fine. I decipher these chakras in no time, believe it, said Naruto, accepting Kurama's challenge. Hee kid, if you can do this I'll tell you more story about the sage. Till then I won't tell you anything, said Kurama, grinning. It's always entertaining for him seeing the Uzumaki's hot-headedness. Love and Hatred Arc Chapter 1, Graduation and Teams. -3 years later. Another ordinary day for people of Konoha, except for some people, mainly parents and children's. Why? Today is final exam. This exam will determine if their children have sufficient skill to become part of Konoha's military, aka Genin. Like their parents, the children is nervous too, but not Naruto. Why? Well, first he have no parents, and second he already have enough skill to participate in Genin exam. Hell, he have more than enough skill to participate in Chunin exam. His taijutsu is almost low jonin level and his ninjutsu have increased considerably because of he have trained his chakra control, though still not enough to perform Rasengan with one hands. Sadly his genjutsu haven't increased much, but there is always Sharingan helping him. He have a pair of new puppets he called Nanto and Hokuto Sannin. Both used in conjunction to erect barriers that immobilize enemies, and if combined with Shinigami they are able to use three-corner chakra absorption barrier formation. 1. After creating these two puppets, Naruto got an idea to create a legendary set of puppets, one that will rival Monzaemon Chikamatsu's collection. He read about the legendary figure in Sasori's scroll. His Fuinjutsu increase a lot, though still can't be called master. He made a Juinjutsu too, but low-leveled one and only designed to paralyze an enemy should they do certain action, good for taking prisoner/hostage. Sasuke, on the other hand, was truly a genius in every sense of words. He could catch up to Naruto without spamming Kage Bunshin. He already mastered many ninjutsu technique he learned from his clan library. Though his chakra level is not a fraction to what Naruto possess, he make up to it by his chakra control. He also learned his clan's barrier ninjutsu, and his skill with Bukijutsu is comparable to Naruto, especially his kenjutsu. He preferred to wield ninjato than Naruto, who used nodachi for his kenjutsu. His Fuinjutsu is not comparable to Naruto, but combined with his Bukijutsu it's very deadly. For example, he combined Fuma Shuriken with the storage seal. The storage seal could be activated either by channeling chakra to a delayed trigger or with a wire trigger. The storage seal then will eject countless Fuma Shuriken to every direction, effective to catch opponent unguarded. He added exploding tags to the sealed Fuma Shurikens for extra surprise. All of this stuff they create were very expensive, and to pay for the material they did so many D-rank mission that Hiruzen once pretended to be sick and unable to go to the office for a week. He can't stand the pile of paperworks. Finally the old Hokage snapped, and told them to supply tags instead, since Konoha mostly imported those items from minor villages. You see, despite having a seal master, producing tags require lots of fortune and labor, and unfortunately they don't have the manpower needed to produce it themselves. Naruto's abuse of his clones and Sasuke's speed at creating simple seals made them very efficient and effective. In no time Naruto and Sasuke became the #1 producer of tags with various effects ranging from paralyzing to explosive. They also supplied seals ranging from simple storage seals to a very difficult convert ion seals, too. Naruto is still using a certain bright orange jumpsuit given to him by Iruka. He was thankful for Iruka's gift, but he planned to get rid of it once he became Genin. Now he stood at 156 centimeters, almost as tall as Shino, thanks to a certain fox in his guts who will haunt him in his sleep if he continue eating ramen. Kurama's advice and influence of his chakra made his body matured well in his age. The students were waiting nervously for their sensei to appear. To cover their nervousness they started talking with each other, trying to stay calm. The loudest one of course were fangirls who voiced their admiration for Sasuke, courtesy of a certain pink-haired banshee and a certain blonde Yamanaka clan heir. My Sasuke-kun will succeed the exam. Your Sasuke-kun, keep dreaming forehead. Shut up Ino pig. And so on. Moments later a person with brown hair tied in a ponytail and large scar across his nose, wearing black pants and standard Chunin flak jacket, walked out the door. His name is Irika Yumino, their teacher and proctor for Genin exam. "Good morning, class," he said. Checking the classroom and noticing he didn't get their attention, he used his one and only original ninjutsu, super big head technique, and yelled silence. Everyone quieted down instantly. After clearing his throat, Irika started calling his student to mark their attendance. Then Irika said, "As you all know, Irika started today is your graduation exam. At the end of the today, those who pass will become shinobi of the leaf. We will start with written exam, followed by throwing weapon, taijutsu, and finally ninjutsu. Me and Mizuki will be your proctor, but remember this is serious, so don't try anything foolish. Now let's begin the written exam," said Irika as he started handing out the exam. It was easy for Naruto, but then he felt something weird, and as he saw that face he knew why his exam was very easy. That bastard Mizuki must have doing something to his paper, since Naruto saw him smiling like a certain snake. Using half tiger seal discreetly, he used a minimum burst of chakra and the illusion fade away. He answered his exam but decided to make some of it wrong so he didn't stand out. Then, like any good student, he went to sleep. He woke up when Irika said, "Okay, class, time out." Meanwhile, as Irika and Mizuki collecting the sheet, Naruto thought to himself, that was ridiculously easy. Must be civilian council exert their power to influence the academy. Well, one more thing to do when I become Hokage. After they done, they moved the students to training field to begin their next test. Alright, next exam is throwing weapons. You have 10 shuriken and 10 kunai that you must throw to hit the mark, explained Irika, and after that he start calling names of his students to come forward and do the exam. Finally it's Sasuke's turn, and Sasuke want to irritate Naruto a little bit. He jumped, do a little acrobatic move while throwing all the weapons. All of them hitting their mark. 2020s, he was smiling with his trademark Uchiha smirk at Naruto while the fangirls getting wild, all chanting his name like he was a god. Naruto only sighed. He didn't want to impress anybody, so he let this one go. Maybe I have to teach him not to be arrogant again, Naruto thought, and chuckling darkly. "Kid, I think my darkness respond to your call," said Kurama in his mind, making Naruto's sweat dropped a little bit. Uzumaki Naruto called. He took the weapon, but then realized they were blunt. Oh well, a little wind chakra would suffice, thought Naruto. He threw all the weapon carelessly, all of them flying around, but secretly with thin chakra threads he guide them to target, well, most of them, since he let some of them miss. 14/20, all of the class, with Kiba being the loudest, said, "You're just lucky, doe." They dismiss his performance as luck, but not Sasuke. He saw the chakra threads with Sharingan and know that Naruto tried to pissing him back for what he did. The rest of the class do the test. After the throwing weapon test, they start the taijutsu test. Okay, for this test you need to hold your ground against Mizuki. He won't be too offensive, but you still need to prove yourself, so give it your all, said Irika. The first name to go is Sasuke. He start by using his clan's taijutsu and realized that Mizuki is trying to make the exam easier for him. He knows that the civilian council must have wanted him to pass the exam. 2 minutes after that Naruto's name was called, he moved forward and began by using his brawling stance. But seeing Mizuki's twisted smile, he changes his mind. By the time Irika said Hajime, Naruto changed his fighting style to Fox Fist. A style taught to him by Kurama which employ a very wild move and amazing dexterity befitting those of foxes. He used his claw to irritate Mizuki by scratching him, and when Mizuki counterattacked he slipped himself and suddenly Mizuki found him behind his back. Naruto quickly used a German suplex, giving Mizuki a nice headache. To a loud gasp from the whole class, Mizuki unloaded his breakfast. Mizuki slowly get up before throwing frenzied combo of punches, his rational mind pushed by his bloodlust. He wanted to spill the demon's blood. Sidestepping the barrage of attacks, Naruto counterattacked with a front kick to his chin, intending to knock him out. Mizuki seeing this dodged the attack, but Naruto used several thin chakra thread, forcing him to stay in place. Normally a rookie puppeteer like Naruto won't be able to control him for a long time, especially if the said puppeteer only used one hand, but 0.5 second was all he needed. The front kick met Mizuki's chin, and he was sent flying several feet before hitting the ground with loud thud, knocked out. After his little taijutsu performance, the class looked at him with a bit of fear, not counting the Alpha Kiba, who still shouting that he was better than him. Pathetic mutt, how all you want, thought Naruto, seeing the Inuzuka practically making a fool of himself. Since Mizuki's knocked out, the rest of the class fight one-on-one with others. When he saw battle between the girls, he started shaking his head. These girls will kill themselves in their C-rank mission, thought Naruto, seeing the loudest of the fangirls yelling while punching and Hinata who use her juken while muttering sorry every time she strike. After the taijutsu exam is over, Irika lead the students back to the class for ninjutsu portion of the exam. When it is Naruto's turn, Naruto use Oiroke no Jutsu for henge so everyone forget about his little ass kicking. And Kawarimi himself to a chair nearby when Irika throw a blunt shuriken. And for Bunshin portion he used Kage Bunshin no Jutsu since his chakra control is not enough to create 3 normal Bunshin. Irika was proud. Naruto have improved himself beyond his expectation, But what makes him jaw-dropped was Naruto using a B-rank ninjutsu, Kage Bunshin no Jutsu, 3 clones no less. He thought that Hokage himself taught Naruto since he has too much chakra from the Kyuubi. Now while Naruto's performance is outstanding but unfortunately, or fortunately for Naruto, to be crowned Rookie of the Year, one have to be evaluated from his performance in Academy too. So despite his good performance his grade is still the lowest but passable. As expected Sasuke is the Rookie of the Year but the most disgusting was how Sakura was the female's top kunoichi. Everyone is congratulating both Sasuke and the Haruno girl and as always no one cared for him. Well there were people cared for him if you count Shikamaru staring at the cloud and Choji munching snacks beside him, Shino's little creepy observation and Hinata's little stalking. Shaking his head at foolishness of his classmate he chose to eat ramen at Ichiraku. He argued with Kurama that today is a special day, one worth 40 bowls of ramen. To his surprise he found Sasuke there with lines of ramen from one table to the other. Sasuke told Tsuchi that he paid for everything. And it's safe to say that the Uchiha regret that decision. Not 15 minutes and Naruto already eating more than 10 ramen. After that they went to the Uchiha clan's training ground to train their collaboration technique, but they saw Mizuki suspiciously running from roof to roof. Why suspicious? He carried this big-ass scroll on his back and Naruto instantly knew what that is, the Scroll of Seals. They, Sasuke and Naruto, exchanged a look before going after Mizuki. Outpost. Mizuki was running around in the woods chuckling madly. He wanted to give the scroll to his master Orochimaru. No doubt with his achievement Orochimaru will reward him handsomely, be it power, status, and wealth. His imagination cut short by Irika who suddenly shunshined in front of him. Mizuki, how could you do this? You betrayed the leaf, said Irika. He didn't understand how his coworker and best friend could do this. Simple Irika, I want power and when I give Orochimaru-sama this scroll he will give me more power that you can dream of. I really want to kill you later when I'm stronger but killing you now is not less satisfying Mizuki said. He pulled couple of shurikens and threw them at Irika yelling Shuriken Kagebushin no Jutsu. The shurikens multiplied to 20. Irika couldn't dodge and ended up pinned against a tree. Mizuki took out a large shuriken and dashed forward with it spinning intending to end Irika once and for all. Seeing this both Naruto and Sasuke jump and kick Mizuki's back to save Irika from certain death. Naruto! Sasuke! Shouted Irika surprised to see them. As always you stand in my way, you demon brat! Shouted Mizuki. He charged blindly to the Jinchuriki but Sasuke kicked his stomach sending him away. Sasuke, why do you help that demon? You should kill him, he is the same demon who destroyed the village 14 years ago. Knowing what Mizuki is trying to say Irika yelled no Mizuki it's forbidden. But Mizuki couldn't care less so he continued it is the Kyuubi. 14 years ago 4th Hokage didn't kill the Kyuubi, he sealed it into that brat beside you, turning to Naruto. Yes you little piece of shit, you're the Kyuubi. He expected Naruto's mind to break and convince Sasuke to join his side, but both of them looked rather bored, like he just told them away to nearest payphone or restaurant. Hey Naruto let me handle him, I take this as warm-up before hunting Itachi said Sasuke. He hate traitor the most, and seeing this disgusting being known Mizuki made his anger boiled. Naruto looked like he considering this for a second before saying no, this one's mine I got some special present for him. Naruto turned his head to a baffled Mizuki I already know that piece of information, either you're seriously stupid or trying to irritate me. Well both of them are stupid anyway. I won't kill you, but I won't be gentle either. I will crush every bone in your body before I turned you to Hokage-sama said Naruto darkly. Bring it on you demon fox, said Mizuki finally showing his true ugly face. As you wish said Naruto as he forms a half-ram seal. Instantly Naruto was in front of Mizuki and they locked in taijutsu fight, though first their prowess were equal Naruto was steadily overwhelming him, so Mizuki resorted to his ninjutsu. He used the sealess sunshin to gain distance, and throw his giant shuriken and said Shuriken Kage Bunshin no Jutsu multiplying the shuriken into 20. Naruto dodged the barrage of shuriken but to his surprise the shuriken closest to him turned into Mizuki. Mizuki yelled triumphantly this is strategy you dumb fox. And throwing an exploding kunai, piercing Naruto's head before exploding. No! Shouted Irika, he can't believe it. He was sure Naruto would win but he never thought that Mizuki's skill was this great. And now it's time for me to go, I'll be back later Irika, said Mizuki ready to leave. Kuroihiji, Kumin Sawaka, San Dai Shinken, yelled someone behind Mizuki. Mizuki turned back and to his horror there were 3 Naruto, and each one of them controlling one puppet. Naruto's clones holding Nanto and Hakuto Sennin, while the real one controlling Shinigami. Quickly they surround Mizuki with barrages of attack. Mizuki's managed to deflect most of them with ease except Shinigami's scythe, which emitting a strange transparent aura. He was exhausted from the puppet's attack and Shinigami taking away his chakra that he didn't pay good attention to Naruto. Naruto, seeing this chance, create another clone which take the scroll of seals and then using his three-corner chakra absorption seal barrier formation, trapping Mizuki inside the triangular barrier while at the same time taking his chakra. Naruto walked to Mizuki. To his surprise, that disgusting smile still appeared on the traitor face before he took out pills in his pocket given to him from Orochimaru. Hokage Tower. Where is he? Why can't I see him with my ball? Thought. He knows that only two men capable of not being seen by his ball. They are Orochimaru and Jiraiya. Jiraiya is loyal, so Mizuki must be Orochimaru's lackey. But then he heard an explosion, and seeing through the window he saw smoke comes from the outpost. Quickly he opened his window and jumped, followed by his ANBU. At the sight of explosion, the Hokage and his ANBU arrived, seeing charred earth and burning woods. But his attention is on three people, Iruka, Sasuke and Naruto. He yelled, "What the hell is happening here?" "Hehe, Gigi, I can explain," said Naruto, rubbing back of his head. Flashback, a moment ago. Naruto walked to Mizuki, but he was surprised when Mizuki, popping pills and somehow turned into some kind of hybrid between tiger and human, he overpowered the barrier and made Shinigami's seal malfunctioned, making Shinigami's seal explode and taking out Mizuki, the clones and the other two puppets with it. 3. End of flashback. Naruto explained himself, leaving the puppet part. He already asked Iruka to keep it secret, which Iruka agreed because he feared for Naruto's safety if Suna catch this information. The Hokage is rubbing his temple after hearing Naruto's explanation, muttering troublesome, and I am too old for this shit, making everyone's sweat dropped, even Sasuke. He decided that this is their first B-rank mission and go back to his office, commanding one of his ANBU to escort Iruka to hospital since one of the kunai hit his leg. Now alone Naruto unsealed the remain of his puppets. His Shinigami puppets were obliterated and only chunk of its mask remained, while the other two only lose their staff. Naruto sighed. He would have to remade his Shinigami again. Meanwhile at the Hokage office, the atmosphere was very heavy, caused by none other than the shinobi no Kami himself. He's fuming after seeing the increasing amount of paperwork, all because Mizuki stole Scroll of Seals. The old Sarutobi unleashed a dangerous amount of chakra, making the window crack and his ANBU trembling. "Damn you, Mizuki! I hope you burn in hell!" shout the professor, his voice enhanced with chakra, and as sudden as how it start the pressure is gone. The ANBU sweat dropped, thinking that their Sandames has gone crazy, but one thing in their mind is how the paperwork is not moving after Hokage's raged paperwork, truly an incredible enemy to the Kages. Meanwhile, Root's base. A crippled man with black hair and bandaged eye was training his agent when suddenly he has a sudden urge to thank his sensei, Nidaime Hokage Tobirama Senju, for not choosing him as his successor. Thinking about it for a while, he dismissed it as side effect of his medicine. Tomorrow morning. He wasn't sleeping, he can't, not until he perfected Shinigami's chakra absorption seal. It's fortunate that his father's underground training ground was filled with strengthening seals, or else it would have collapsed. Apparently his seal can't handle anything outside normal chakra, as when he used Bijou chakra the seal exploded, much to his chagrin. After series of trial and error he decided to modify the seal so it would block any abnormal chakra from entering it, minimizing the risk of using the seal. Suddenly he remembered that today is time for team placement, so quickly he takes a bath and eating ramen, much to Kurama's dismay. He was going to touch his old jumpsuit, then he remembered his promise to Kurama to get rid of the horrible clothes. So he decided to throw it out and use his new clothes, which annoyed Kurama because it's similar to his old one, only this one is a long-sleeved and high-collared coat. The coat's pattern was similar to his old tracksuit. It was colored dark orange and the blue becomes black, extending from his collar and shoulder, down to the front and sleeves, with black flames along hemline and 6 dark orange magatama on his collar. Inside he wore a black sleeveless tracksuit covered with a gray flak jacket similar to those of Kirigakure's umbu, a black umbu pants, metal arm guards and gloves, mostly hidden by his coat's sleeve. The class is full of the new gen and all chattering. When Naruto come, the class looked at him curiously. Though similar in style, the dark color of his clothes made him lose his usual cheerful dobe aura, and the coat was familiar, though they can't remember where they had seen it. The girls can't believe that with small change Naruto could be this different. The most powerful reaction came from Hinata, whose face red like tomato. Kiba couldn't take it. He had a crush on Hinata since he was 9, and his dog-like instinct told him that Hinata was his territory. He started mocking Naruto, but this time Naruto won't hold back. He was tired from redesigning his puppet's seal, so he shined himself in front of Kiba and planted a fist to his stomach, saying, "Shut the fuck up." Kiba, coughing, only nodded. His pride hurt. Then Sasuke come. He was wearing a black long-sleeved shirt with high collar and an Uchiha crest on his back, an umbu-styled gray flak jacket, a black umbu pants, an arm guard on his left hand and black fingerless gloves, hiding his storage seal for Chikuto on his right palm. The effect is instantaneous. Almost all fangirls faint at the Uchiha coolness. When Iruka come, all the fangirls have wake up, but none of them talked. most of them staring at Sasuke and the rest Naruto like they are piece of meat. Clearing his throat, gaining their attention, he said, "Morning class. After today, every one of you are now ninja of Konoha, but you are just a genin. Irika started. The difficult part is only the beginning. You will now be divided in teams of 3 members and will be taught by a Jonin sensei. We tried to balance the teams. So here they are. Team 1 at this, both Naruto and Sasuke doesn't care. A team full of fangirls means a fucked up team. Team 2, a team of 2 boys and a girl. The girl is okay, but the boys are just trying to look tough in front of his civilian friends. What an idiot. Team at this 1, Naruto and Sasuke's mind already drifting to their technique, training, Jonin sensei and so on. Team 7, Irika was a little confused. Naruto, who despite being the dead last of the class, now is one of the strongest rookie based on his performance in the last test. He shouldn't be in same team with Sasuke. Unknown to him, the Hokage used his influence because he saw Naruto's positive impact on Sasuke. Uzumaki Naruto, Uchiha Sasuke at this, all girls who hasn't yet got a team tensed, a team with Sasuke, a chance of lifetime. Haruno Sakura, your sensei will be Hatake Kakashi. Sakura jumped and yelled true love triumph over them all, making everyone wince, their ears ringing while Sasuke and Naruto banged their head to their desk. Team 8, Inuzuka Kiba, Hyuga Hinata, Aburame Shino, your sensei will be Yuhi Kurenai, said Irika. As always, Shino didn't show his emotion, Kiba howling like the usual and Hinata slightly frowning. Team 9 is still in circulation. Team 10, Yamanaka Ino, Nara Shikamaru, Akimichi Chuji, your sensei will Sarutobi Asuma. No, said Ino, why am I stuck with a fat boy and a lazy boy? Why can't I be with Sasuke-kun? I will be leaving now. Your senseis will be here in a moment, said Irika after shaking his head at his student's antic. After the Irika leaving, the classroom door opened and 2 persons entered. A man and woman. The man was a tall man with black spiky hair, brown eyes and beard. He wore black underpants, black shirt, Jonin flak jacket and a sash with kanji for fire showing that he once was member of 12 Guardian. He is Asuma Sarutobi, former member of 12 Guardian and son of the Sandaime Hokage. The woman was a very beautiful woman. She had shoulder-length black hair and red eyes, one might mistake it as Sharingan. Her outfit consists of a red mesh armor blouse with only the right sleeve visible. Over this is very broad material which resembles bandages with a pattern on it similar to those of rose thorns. Her hands and upper thighs are also wrapped in bandages. She is Konoha's Genjutsu mistress, Yuhi Kurenai. Team 10, meet me at training ground 12 in 30 minutes, Asuma said, then he left the classroom. Team 8, meet me at training ground 8 in 30 minutes, Kurenai said, then she left the classroom. And then one by one they left, leaving Team 7 alone. Sakura tried to talk to Sasuke, but he paid her no attention. He preferred to talk with Naruto, making Sakura angry. When they chat, Sakura tried to talk to Sasuke again, and this time the voice was so high-pitched that the boys have to cover his ears. This time Sasuke said, "Shut up, Sakura, you're annoying," making Sakura eyes wet. And they wait and wait and wait for 3 hours. Naruto, seeing this situation, made a prank. He used a seal on a ceiling just above the door and rigged the seal with the door motion. And when a Jonin with a silver gravity-defying hair opened the door, the seal activate, showering him with cold water. His eyes still looking like he was bored. Sakura immediately apologized for Naruto's action, while Naruto laughing hard and Sasuke, well, he looked at Kakashi with his blank face, but there's a faint smile on his face. Sakura already went to run before she realized that she ran alone. Looking back, there is no one, the boy's already gone. Academy roof. Kakashi arrived and ready to pull his precious book from his holster. He felt chakra nearby, and looking around he found Sasuke and Naruto already arrived, both using fire Shunshin. He's baffled, how a mere, just out of the academy genin already knows how to use elemental Shunshin. Yo Inu, said Naruto cheerfully. Sasuke only nodded to him. Sasuke already knows about Kakashi since he had seen him with Itachi when Itachi was in ANBU, and Naruto knows him because he felt his chakra to be familiar with one of the ANBU who protect him. Inside, Kakashi is surprised that they know about him, how both of them know his identity as the dog Mastumbu, A/N. Well, your silver gravity-defying hair isn't actually common, and at Naruto's style, it made him remember the old days when his sensei was the Hokage. Yo Naruto, Sasuke, let's wait a bit for your teammates, shall we? Two of them nodding and sit while Kakashi read his porn book. 5 minutes later, Sakura burst through the door panting. She didn't eat much in the morning, so she won't get fat, a habit she won't need when she become a ninja. Okay, since your Pinky friend has arrived, let's introduce ourselves, starting from you, Pinky, said Kakashi. How about you first, sensei? We don't know anything about you yet. While outside she looked only mildly annoyed, inside she was fuming. He called me Pinky one more time and I'll smash him to bits, Shinaro. Fine, my name is Kakashi Hatake. I like many things, dislike my hobby, my dream is giggle. My hobby, I have lots of hobbies, said Kakashi, making Sakura gritting her teeth since he told them nothing but his name. My name is Sakura Haruno. I like, eyeing at Sasuke, I dislike Inopig and just her she wants to say she hate Naruto but seeing he wasn't so annoying anymore she dropped that. And my dream is to become a great medical ninja she want to say her dream is to marry Sasuke but for now to impress Sasuke she needs skills, Sasuke dislike weak people. Okay, whatever, now you orange boy said Kakashi irritating Naruto. It's dark orange now you know, Tebeo thought Naruto. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. I like ramen, foxes, training, the Hokage mountain since my face will be carved there. I dislike waiting for my ramen, traitor, those who can't make a difference between a scroll and a kunai. My dream is to be a Hokage and bringing peace to the ninja world. Kakashi was impressed by Naruto's answer but a huge question mark appeared above his head. He likes foxes and hate people who can't make a difference between a scroll and a kunai. Did he already talk with his tenant? I have to inform this to the Hokage later, thought Kakashi. Okay, all hail Orange Hokage said Kakashi eye smiling, making a jab at Naruto's apparent likeness to orange color, not that Naruto minded though, all that matters is that one word Hokage. Last but not least, you emo lord said Kakashi making Sasuke eyebrow twitch. My name is Sasuke Uchiha, I like nothing, I dislike many things and my dream is to rebuild my clan and kill a certain man said Sasuke darkly. Naruto and Kakashi rolls their eyes while Sakura swooning over how cool her would-be husband. Naruto however want to irritate Sasuke more so he continued Sasuke's introduction. Translate. I like tomato, training and being an emo I dislike many things cause I am emo my dream is to rebuild my clan by creating a harem said Naruto imitating Sasuke's way of speech. At least I'm not eating 30 bowls of ramen a day returned Sasuke. At least I'm not eating everything with that giant buckload of tomatoes said Naruto. It's healthy unlike that garbage you call food. Hey ramen is food of the gods. Yeah and food of malnourished chibis like you used to be. Oh getting jealous are we duck but hair? As they continue bickering Kakashi and Sakura wonder how close they are, after all in academy they look like they hate each other with passion. Kakashi knows because he checked both Naruto and Sasuke regularly in academy. An enigma, a fangirl, and an avenger thought Kakashi before saying enough, listen. Meet me in training ground 7 at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning for our first mission said Kakashi or last, depends on the result. What type of mission is it sensei? Asked Sakura. Survival training said Kakashi. Survival training? But we had enough of that at the academy, said Sakura unimpressed. This one is special. While inside both Naruto and Sasuke thought the same they choose to be silent and analyzed what Kakashi just said. He want us to get to know each other, then inform us this survival training. Konoha's famous for their teamwork, combined with info from Toussaint's journal this means he wants to measure our teamwork. This means this is not a training, it's a test. A very hard test if I say so myself, little kids like us wasn't supposed to be able to take a professional like him. Moreover when bunch of kids who doesn't know each other turned into a team they won't believe each other, each one will try to be superior, means a collaboration or teamwork is naturally very unlikely. Well good thing that Sasuke and I have known each other, now the problem is thought Naruto looking at Sakura. Then what kind? Asked Sakura. Let me tell you something, out of 27 graduates, only 9 will be a true genin, rest of them will be sent back to the academy. This training is in actuality a test with 66% chance of failure, said Kakashi. Inside he's ready to remember their expression, shocked expression. However only Sakura's face went pale, Naruto and Sasuke were calm. Disappointed he ended the meeting, but not before giving them one last advice. One more thing, don't eat breakfast, you'll throw up if you do, said Kakashi before going God knows where. Now without Kakashi a silence filled the air, making Sakura felt awkward. Naruto broke the silence saying Sakura, Sasuke, remember to eat breakfast. Why? Kakashi-sensei said we'll throw up if we do, said Sakura not understand what he means. Sasuke however realized the meaning of Naruto's word. A ninja should look underneath he got this from his mother when he asked her about his father's apparent cold demeanor towards him. It's just an advice, don't follow bad advice said Naruto. Naruto was about to leave with Sasuke to train when Kurama's voice called him. Hey Naruto, invite her to train with you said Kurama. Why? Naruto actually seriously not like Sakura, she is self-centered, vain, and selfish. I'll tell you later, but now you need her, you don't want a dead weight do you? Said Kurama. While he is talking with Kurama Sasuke realized that he hasn't moved from his spot so he said. Naruto, don't space out now or I left you. Making Naruto aware of his surrounding. Sakura, let's go train with us and Sasuke said Naruto shocking Sasuke. Train with Sasuke? Yay! Thought Sakura. Sasuke want to object but Naruto must have his reasons so he let this one slide. When he saw Sakura space out with a shit-eating grin across her face he snapped. You want to go or not? Said Sasuke barely containing his anger, why he have to be paired with useless girl? Yes said Sakura blushing. Then let's go, we only got one day to train you so you can keep up with us said Naruto, indirectly saying that she is useless. Uchiha clan's training ground. Sakura, flare your chakra as long as you can, said Naruto. Nodding, Sakura start flaring her chakra, but she only lasts a minute, making Sasuke and Naruto facepalm. Since her physical condition is not good, they already calculate how low her chakra is. But seeing this made the boys realize that even her spirit is not well trained, since Sakura now is breathing hard and lost every bit of her strength. Hell, she can't even get up. Naruto went to her and applying a seal with his magnet release, making her raise her eyebrow. Quicksilver, what is he doing? But Sakura wasn't able to do anything, so she let him. He activate the seal and start feeding chakra to it, rejuvenating Sakura. It's a chakra transfusing seal he developed for Sasuke's training so he can going around much longer. What did you do? Sakura asked him. She knows about Fuin Jutsu but never heard of this one. I convert my chakra into your chakra using this seal I create from my Kekkai Genkai, said Naruto like it was common. You have Kekkai Genkai? Exclaimed Sakura disbelieved. Yes, Sakura, now please, I have to concentrate, said Naruto, his ears ringing. I see that your chakra level is as terrible as me, said Sasuke, making Sakura hopeful for a second. When I was 1 year old infant, ended Sasuke, shattering Sakura's hope. Enough, Sasuke, some ninja have very little reserve and still a monster on battlefield, said Naruto. He didn't say it to comfort Sakura, but to humble Sasuke. Now, Sakura, I see that you have a rather small chakra reserve, so obviously you can't keep up with us, so you will be in the sidelines waiting for exact moment to attack. I have a perfect technique for that, but I haven't mastered it myself, said Naruto in his best teacher's voice. Now look at this, said Naruto as he positioned himself in front of a wooden dummy. You build chakra around your arm, circulate it perfectly, and then at the best moment you concentrate your chakra to your fist and punch the target. Now usually when you punch, an amount of chakra will be lost, try to minimize it. Like this, said Naruto. He got into his fighting stance and punched the wooden dummy, making a dent on the surface. This technique is not for him nor for Sasuke, they still don't have a hang over the correct amount of chakra and good timing. Sasuke, seeing Naruto damaging his property, twitched his eyebrow and said, "Dobe, please restrain from damaging my property," making Naruto lose his calm and collected face and back to his old self. Ha ha ha, sorry, said Naruto, rubbing his head. Sasuke only sighed. He can repair it later though. What are you doing? Try it, said Sasuke, irritated by her blank stare. Sakura snapped from her thought and quickly positioned herself in front of the dummy, taking an academic stance and concentrating. After a second she yelled Shinaro and punched the dummy. Snap! Both Sasuke and Naruto's jaw dropped. All thought about this Pinky girl being useless goes out of the window. She didn't just punch the dummy, she obliterated the dummy to little pieces. That punch, I can't believe it, none of the chakra in her arms leaking. She might be useful, thought Sasuke, impressed by Sakura's performance. The only one ninja capable of doing this with minimum chakra is no other than Gigi's student, the granddaughter of Hashirama Senju and also strongest medical ninja in the world, Tsunade Senju. Thought Naruto, amazed by Sakura's success in using chakra-enhanced strength. With proper training she would be stronger than most female genin. Sorry, Sasuke. I broke your training dummy, said Sakura, fearing for her future with Sasuke. Meh, he can buy it later, said both Sasuke and Naruto, pointing to each other. Don't copy me, Dobe/team, said both of them again, still in sync. Why the hell do I have to pay for damage of your property? Naruto yelled at him. Who teach her that technique? Sasuke taunted him. Hearing no smart comeback from the prank master of Konoha, he said you pay, making Naruto lowering his head. Sakura, practice this technique and see how long you can keep it up. You also need eat a lot, because if you don't you can't practice properly, said Sasuke. He knew that Sakura won't listen to anyone about her diet except her mom or him, her crush. Sasuke-kun want me to eat a lot? But I'll get fat, thought Sakura, frowning. Naruto knew exactly what inside his pink-headed teammate, so he decided to give her example. Have you heard of the Leaf's Red Hurricane? Asked Naruto. Seeing Sakura shaking her head, he continued. Red Hurricane is Tokubetsu Jonin of Konoha. History said that she alone killed a battalion of Jonin of Kirigakure in Third Great Ninja War. If you asked people, most who know her said that she always eating like no tomorrow, but she was so beautiful that no one in Konoha would suspect her as Red Hurricane unless she demonstrate her sword skills. And there's Sasuke's mother, teammate of Red Hurricane, in Kumogakure, known as Kawarimi no Mikoto for her skill in Kawarimi. She was able to switch place with Kanai she throw. She used to eat a lot too, but she's slim, and I quote from her former student Agata, said Naruto, and Sasuke nodded. The point is, if you train hard you won't get fat. We're not civilian, we are ninja. Ninja burn more calories than even the most active of the civilian, finished Sasuke. Come Sakura, I have a fighting style that complement that technique, said Naruto, showing her a scroll. This is Goken. Goken is a fighting style that use mostly speed, which is hard to combine with this technique because you need to pinpoint timing. But I'm sure with your effort you can combine these two and eliminate your technique's disadvantage, explained Naruto. Since your chakra control is very good, we decide that you should learn genjutsu too. This is demonic illusion, false surrounding technique. It will help in hiding your presence, said Sasuke. Sakura nodded and prepared for her training. And so for the rest of that day they trained Sakura with their hardest effort. Naruto taught Sakura the basic of Goken and Sasuke taught her genjutsu techniques. You can say that like Sasuke, Sakura is a very fast learner, though her stamina is a hindrance to her progress. Night finally come and Sakura went home, leaving Sasuke and Naruto in the empty compound. What do you think, Dobe? Asked Sasuke. She's strong, real strong. That chakra control of her is so superb it's almost monstrous, said Naruto, a little afraid of those punches. I want to sleep. Want to sleep over? Asked Sasuke. Naruto responded by creating a half-tiger seal with his left hand. Sorry, I haven't do my housework, said Naruto before disappearing with Shunshin. Suit yourself, said Sasuke walking to his home. Chapter 6, Survival Training? Love and Hatred Arc Chapter 2, Survival Training, Team Routine, and First C Rank. 2 boys and a girl was sparring in middle of a field. One boy looked like an ANBU from Konoha while the other ANBU from Kiri. The girl was the only one dressed like a civilian. They are not an ANBU nor they were civilian, however, they were genins of Konohagakure. The one dressing like a Kiri ANBU is Naruto. He chose to not use his coat for this sparring since he thought there's no need to ruin it now. He would wear it later when he become a chunin. What are they sparring for? They're sparring so Sakura would feel familiar with their fighting technique, or else yesterday training would be useless. Kakashi was seeing their sparring from tree. He was impressed. The boys' stamina was outstanding and their reflex was noteworthy, almost equal to him when he was genin, and what makes it even sweeter is the fact that Kakashi was living in times of war. Sakura, well, although the difference in skill between her and Rin, when she was a genin, was huge, it was understandable. Sakura was born civilian and living in time of peace. Unlike in his time where the academy teach their students practical skill, now they focused more in imparting their doctrine like Will of Fire, which combined with civilian council's influence in curriculum resulted in poor quality graduates. It was 1 hour later Kakashi revealed himself to his cute little genins. Hey guys, good morning. Sakura yelled, you're late. Sakura whined both boys at the same time, both taught that they need to work on her personality. She was too loud for their taste. Well, a black cat was crossing my path so I have to walk around, said Kakashi. Worst excuse ever, thought the genins at the same time. Oh well, look at this. I set this to noon, said Kakashi walking to a clock which somehow magically already appeared. And now you got to snatch these bells from me till the alarm ring. Those who fail will be tied to the log and returned to the academy, said Kakashi, showing them 2 bells. But sensei, there's only 2 bells, said Sakura, confused at first before a shocked expression replaced it. Yes, Sakura, at least one of you will go back to the academy, said Kakashi, grim expression. Sasuke's face impassive while Naruto's face hardened a little. Dev IDT Impera. He didn't like this at all. Oh, one more detail. Those who don't get any bell can have lunch, said Kakashi, laughing inside thinking they followed his order. Good thing I follow Naruto's advice, thought Sakura. Alright, let's begin, said Kakashi. In an instant Sakura and Naruto already gone from his line of sight, leaving Sasuke alone. You know, Sasuke, I understand if Naruto the only one left, but you? Said Kakashi, amused by this situation. Humph, I don't need to hide, I am an Uchiha, said Sasuke arrogantly before sprinting towards Kakashi while going through hand seals for Katan, Gokaki no Jutsu. Kakashi's reaction was to open his holster and pulling his web book. Sasuke faltered a bit by his opponent's ridiculous reaction that he didn't see Kakashi already moving to behind him. A ninja wasn't supposed to get caught from behind, Uchiha, said Kakashi, holding a tiger seal. Both Naruto and Sakura tensed. This guy use a fire element ninjutsu against a genin? Thought both of them at the same time. Sasuke turned around immediately, but Kakashi was faster. Too slow, said Kakashi before thrusting his index and middle fingers to Sasuke's asshole. To his surprise, he didn't budge a bit. He even attacked him with his scythe. Wait, a scythe? Turns out it was Naruto's puppet, the Shinigami, who Naruto used as a distraction, while the real Sasuke Shunshined behind Kakashi readying his sword, trying to get the bell. However, Kakashi, with his reflex honed by war, didn't fall for the trap. He turned into a log before he was either slashed by the scythe-wielding puppet or bisected by Sasuke. Puppet? Who is the one using the puppets? Sasuke can't be using it, so it falls to either Sakura or Naruto, thought Kakashi, hiding on a tree while using a Sharingan for a moment in order to check his suspiciousness. The chakra thread controlling the puppet goes back to the forest. To his surprise, a purple barrier prevent him from using his chakra or moving his body. Then he saw to his left and right 2 puppets wearing similar clothes and staffs. These puppets must be the one erecting the barrier, thought Kakashi before exploding into smoke, showing this Kakashi is just a shadow clone. The real Kakashi received the information and concluded that the one controlling the puppets is Naruto, since unless the puppeteer is a master there is no way one can control more than 2 puppet, except Naruto if he used his Kage Bunshin. He have no time to wonder how Naruto gained that technique, however, since he have to test the genins, he would have to ask Naruto himself later. He opened his left eye, showing the red orb given to him by his dead friend, Obito Uchiha. Meanwhile, shit! I underestimate him because I think he will lower his guard on group of genins, thought Naruto, as he prepared himself to move out of his hiding spot. As soon as he came out, however, he found his world spinning and his whole body in pain. Kakashi beat him with flurry of punch and kicks so fast that he can't follow his movement. It went for several seconds before Kakashi held him down to the ground with a kunai on his neck. Don't move. If you move as little as flexing your finger, you die. If you flare your chakra, you die. Now answer my question, who are you? Interrogated Kakashi. Uzumaki Naruto, said Naruto. Don't lie, are you the fox? Said Kakashi, tightening his grip on the kunai. I'm not. Don't you believe in Yondame's sealing technique? Asked Naruto rhetorically. Okay, then how do you have that technique? Classified. Classified how? The Hokage didn't give me any information. It means it's beyond your payroll, said Naruto, smiling. Kakashi almost didn't sense Sakura from above cocking her fist, keyword almost. He knocked Naruto out with back of his kunai before dropping into his usual stance, ready to fend of whatever attack Sakura would use against him. Sakura yelled Shinaro as she punched. She missed Kakashi's body parts, however, and instead hit his kunai, breaking it. While Kakashi was distracted by Sakura's strength, Sasuke already moved to grab the bells. He failed because Kakashi already foresaw this and countered by throwing Sakura at him, causing his face to collide with Sakura's forehead. Kakashi already prepared his wire to tie them up, but to his surprise, Naruto wasn't there and a gust of wind blasted him out from Sakura and Sasuke. So Naruto is a wind release user like his mother, thought Kakashi, as he regained his footing. Now, said Naruto to his 2 teammates, and they disappeared from Kakashi's sight. Meanwhile, in another part of the training ground, Naruto activated his Sharingan and his clones who didn't use puppets used Yuzugen, analyzing the situation. One by one the clones bursted into smoke, sending the information to the original. In order to prevent the negative effect, Kurama gathered them first so he could filter which one is important for Naruto. He laid traps everywhere, most of them paralyzing tags, thought Naruto before clutching his head in pain and bursting to smoke, sending information to other clones and his original. Meanwhile, ouch, said Sasuke as he snapped his nose back to its proper form. Sorry, Sasuke-kun, said Sakura. Let's just focus on the task, said Sasuke before turning his head to the blonde Uzumaki. So what's the plan? Asked Sasuke. He already knew our secret techniques except yours. He also laid traps everywhere, most of them paralyzing tags. It's not gonna be easy to take the bells. However, he doesn't know you have that technique, use it to end the game, said Naruto. Suddenly the ground burst, and they found their legs restrained by dogs, and the dogs didn't claw or bite them, only holding them. While Naruto was given extra attention, not only 2 dogs hold his legs, a large pit bull restrained his upper body movement. A summoning technique combined with an earth-style ninjutsu, thought Naruto before bursting into smoke, showing he was just another clones. Another clones, how talented bunch, good teamwork too. Let's see if he's lower than trash, thought Kakashi before grabbing Sasuke, pinning him to the ground with a kunai near his neck and his free held Sasuke's hands in place. Naruto, I see you're more talented than others, but you got a dangerous secret, so I make a choice for you. If you don't come out, Sasuke and Sakura will be turned to interrogation and torture department. No doubt Sandane won't let you hurt, and seeing your skill he will make you an A&BU apprentice. But we will extract whatever secret they hold about you in any way they want, especially Sakura-chan here. Second choice, come out and explain to me what happened here, and only you will be in ITNT department. These kids won't be touched, yelled Kakashi. It was just a bluff, but considering his infamous nickname Friend Killer Kakashi, most would have thought that he was a cold-blooded person. Naruto was smiling. He won't abandon his comrade, but he won't take the easy way either. At that moment Kakashi was much more vulnerable than ever, and it would be a waste to just surrender to him. He signaled his clones that used Nanto and Hakuto's Sannin puppet to trap Kakashi. But before he was trapped, a lightning bolt went past them and destroyed both puppet, much to Naruto's chagrin. Nice try, Naruto, but shame I already made my insurance, said Kakashi. In truth, he already created a shadow clone to spy the clones wielding the puppets, and to his luck it hadn't dispelled yet when he was about to be trapped. Naruto was silently cursing Kakashi. He was pissed by his destroyed puppets, and had no idea what to do now. He decided to regroup with his teammate again, so he made Katon, Hozenka no Jutsu to distract Kakashi and letting Sasuke escape. Together it would be much easier to retrieve Sakura. Sakura, seeing the fireballs, panicked, and with a little push from her insane inner self, who keeps screaming save Sasuke Kun, stored huge amount of chakra to her free right hand. This punch is Sakura's strongest, yet unnamed technique. It's one-time only technique since it used up all of her chakra. Shinaro! Yelled Sakura as she punched her right fist to the ground. The ground was pulverized, debris scattered like a cherry blossom, making Kakashi lose his balance and Kakashi's clone dispelled. Fortunately, it made the fireballs miss him and Sasuke. Sasuke was able to break his hold, however, and staring at him with a pair of mature Sharingan. Genjutsu, Sharingan, said Sasuke, and for a moment Kakashi was paralyzed. It was enough for Sasuke to grab the bells and using Sunshin to gain distance from Kakashi. Kakashi-sensei, the test already done, we already got the bells, said Sakura, panting. Her body was supported by one of Naruto's clones. The technique was taking too much tools since she hadn't perfected it. So who get the bells? Said Kakashi to them. To his surprise, Sasuke threw the bells back to Kakashi, who catched it with his right hand. None of us. We already know the meaning of this test. It's teamwork, said Naruto firmly. Nice performance, but you all have a lot to explain. Especially you, Naruto, said Kakashi sternly. Inside, however, he was proud for his genins. They were exceeding all others. Sakura was the most surprising, since in sparring she didn't show anything close to superhuman strength. Clearly they used deception to its maximum limit. I was trained by Naruto and Sasuke in my chakra-enhanced strength and genjutsu. I was told by Sasuke not to use genjutsu because your Sharingan would negate them, said Sakura, while her chakra was replenished by one of Naruto's clones. Kakashi nodded, turning his head to the last Uchiha. I awakened my Sharingan since I was 9 thanks to Naruto's training, said Sasuke. He didn't feel ashamed to acknowledge Naruto's contribution. Kakashi nodded again and turning his head to his sensei's legacy. Looks like I'm the last. Well, let's eat first, because this is going to be a long story, said Naruto. Kakashi nodded. This test took a lot of his energy, and a little delay won't hurt. 10 minutes later. So you mean to tell me that you accidentally fell to our village's greatest traitor abandoned lab, where he somehow left a scroll for techniques from Sunagakure, and the one who wrote it is none other than Sasori of the Red Sands? Asked Kakashi rhetorically. It was almost unbelievable, but he was talking to the most unpredictable ninja in Konoha. Yep, I studied them in secret ever since, said Naruto. Naruto, next time don't keep secret to your superior, especially the Hokage. In Nidame's era you could be sentenced for treason. I even thought that you're a bounty hunter looking for my head for a second, said Kakashi. Sorry, sensei, said Naruto, scratching his head. Nevertheless, you all have shown me incredible skill in all area and your teamwork is not half-assed too, so said Kakashi, bringing their hope up. But he wanted to have a little fun, so he decided to mess with their heads a little bit. You all fail, said Kakashi grimly. The genin eyes widened. They didn't expect that. You all showed rebellious nature that could compromise with mission. In shinobi world, those who break a rule is a trash, said Kakashi to the genins, making them lower their heads. That is undesirable trait that made you fail. If your Jonin sensei wasn't me, that is, said Kakashi. The three absorbed it word by word and realized what he meant. Happiness seems burst from their eyes. Indeed, those who break a rule is a trash, but those who abandon their comrades are worse than trash, said Kakashi, giving his final piece. You all pass, said Kakashi with his famous eye smile. Meet me tomorrow here and we'll do our first mission, ordered Kakashi with a good guy pose. Kakashi already left when Naruto asked Sakura, what was that punch? Sakura never used that much chakra in their training. I don't know, it's just a spur of moment, and all in my mind is fear of Sasuke turned to ash, said Sakura, making Sasuke groan. She hadn't changed much, he should trust her comrade more. Sakura, you should trust your teammate. Surprisingly, the one who said this is Sasuke instead of Naruto. Sasuke's right, but aside from that, from my observation, your physical energy is much bigger than your spiritual energy. I based this after our short physical training. You're able to use that much chakra, meaning your chakra mostly made up of physical energy, said Naruto. It also answered why your genjutsu is not that strong despite having an exceptional control of your chakra. You're one of those people who have imbalance in their chakra, said Sasuke, continuing Naruto. Ano, is that bad thing? Sakura was a little afraid if this will become a problem for her. No, many clans have imbalance within their chakra, like Naruto's shadow manipulation technique stem from their spiritual energy, or yin release, and Akimichi's body expansion technique that primary used physical energy, or yang release, answered Naruto. Even the Uchiha and Senju have those imbalance. Uchiha primary used spiritual energy, that's why most of us were adept in genjutsu. On the other hand, Senju with their strong physical energy were exceptional in taijutsu and medical ninjutsu, said Sasuke, adding his piece. Oh well, I'm still hungry, let's go celebrate at Ichiraku's, said Naruto, grinning. I'm not hungry, said Sasuke. Me either, said Sakura. Okay, see you tomorrow, said Naruto before forming a ram's seal and disappeared from their sight. Ichiraku ramen. Naruto was happily eating his ramen when a hand landed on his shoulder. Turning around, he saw an ANBU with a cat mask. Uzumaki, Naruto, the Hokage summoned you to his office, said the cat-masked ANBU. Naruto nodded and finished the ramen as fast as he could before holding the ANBU's hand, and together they disappeared with a shunshin. The Hokage's office. Gigi, you rang? Said Naruto as he entered the office. Yes, Naruto-kun, it appears there's something you didn't tell me, said Hiruzen with Kakashi next to him. About the puppet? I already told Kakashi everything, said Naruto confused. No, I didn't want to tell your teammate as it might destroy your friendship with Sasuke, but my clones see you with red eyes and I know it wasn't the Kyuubi, said Kakashi sternly. Naruto's eyes widened, indicating he was shocked. Inside he was cursing his carelessness. He was sloppy. Tell us everything, Naruto, and this time there will be no lies, said Hiruzen, sound disappointed by Naruto's lack of trust to him. You sure want to know the truth, Kakashi-sensei? Gigi? Okay, here's the truth, but first the usual, said Naruto. Hiruzen already knew what Naruto meant, told his ANBU to get out and putting a silencing seal on the room. Time skip explanation. My student is the son of the Madara Uchiha? He already awakened Sharingan and Mangekyo Sharingan? Yelled Hiruzen. My sensei is an Uchiha? Thought Kakashi. How do you think he learned Hiraishin that fast? His sensing ability wasn't as good as Nidaime Hokage. Hell, even the Nidaime never use Hiraishin the way Toussaint use it. He was able to do it thanks to Sharingan enhanced perception, said Naruto. Now that Hiruzen thought about it, it was true. Tobirama was never the one who constantly jumped between marks like Minato. Tobirama's Hiraishin was simply for transportation and surprise attack, while Minato's use was superior. It was the core of his fighting style. His fighting style was very similar to the Namikaze's fighting style that require inhuman speed, reflex and heightened perception. That is some revelation, Naruto. Anything else you hiding? Said Hiruzen. Yeah, a masked guy was the one attacking Kaachan. He killed your wife, almost killed me, broke Kaachan's seal, controlling Kurama, and summoned him in middle of the village, said Naruto. Kurama? Asked Kakashi. Oh, that's Kyuubi's name. Kyuubi was more like title. You guys never thought it was his name, right? Answered Naruto. Two of them only looked at each other before looking at Naruto again. Silence was reigning in the room for a full 10 seconds, before Hiruzen asked again. Okay, what is it about this masked man? Did Minato's will said anything about him? Asked Hiruzen. He was a Sharingan wielder with chakra similar to Madara Uchiha, though very weak compared to Madara, Gigi, said Naruto. This is troubling. Looks like the elders was not completely wrong about an Uchiha's involvement, thought Hiruzen. Gigi, I've got to go. I have to repair the two puppet a certain someone destroyed with his lightning-covered hand, said Naruto while glaring daggers at Kakashi. Easy, Naruto, said Kakashi, rubbing the back of his head. Okay, you're dismissed, Naruto, said Hiruzen, shaking his head. Naruto was never predictable, but a certain part of himself never changed, and that's what made him lovable. Naruto's apartment. Ha, I'm beat. Kakashi sure is hella strong. Even with my puppets he's still far above my league, said Naruto to himself. He knew that Kakashi could have killed him when he got out of his hiding spot. He needed experience. Now that Gigi and Kakashi know, there's no need for many explanation when the time come for me to announce my heritage. But how do I break it to Sasuke? Thought Naruto while he repaired his two puppets with his clones. Night come and he told the clone to work some more till the puppets fully repaired. I should sleep. Tomorrow is my first mission, thought Naruto, smiling. Naruto's mindscape. Kurama was watching his host asleep. When a Jinchuriki sleep, even her manifestation in his mindscape also fell asleep. Weird if he said so himself. Suddenly in Naruto's mindscape's empty sky there's a red moon. That thought Kurama, not believing what he had seen. As if answering his uncertainty, the red moon gained 3 concentric circles and 3 tomos on each of the circle. Then, in few seconds it turned into a bright sun, blinding Kurama. Kurama, acting on instinct, protect his eyes and Naruto's body with his paws. The light died as abrupt as it began, but now in front of Kurama stood a woman. This woman had eyes as white as snow, the same color as her long hair. Her face was an epitome of beauty and elegance, round and decorated with a purple lipstick over her kissable A/N. I consider him the hottest MILF in Naruto, tongue sticking out, lips, 2 marking above her eye and a slit-like mark just above bridge of her nose. Her skin was so smooth like porcelain, though it didn't hide an aura of power that emanate from the woman's very being. On her head there's a horn-like appendage that made her appearances even more out of this world. She was wearing a white traditional Heim-style kimono adorned with purple lines and tomos reminiscent to those of Sharingan. If one saw her she wouldn't be sure if they met a goddess or a demon, but Kurama knew better. How could you, said Kurama, losing his words. Hello, Kurama, said the woman with her unreadable face. You're Kaguya, said Kurama, making the woman, now identified as Kaguya, shook her head. What are you doing here? Said Kurama, almost roaring, if not because Naruto was sleeping in front of him. TSK, you shouldn't talk like that, Kurama-kun, didn't Hago-chan teach you manners? Said Kaguya, teasing him. What brings you here to my humble abode, O great and powerful grandmother? Said Kurama sarcastically. If Kaguya was annoyed, she didn't show it. She only stared at him for a few seconds before turning his head to Naruto's sleeping form. What else? To see my wayward son, of course. What are you talking about? Asked Kurama. When he was born in my time, he didn't know what suffering means. He was under a peaceful sky created by my power. But now he will taste despair, he will taste hate, he will taste love, and he will taste what happens when it's gone. He will learn humanity's dark side and understand why peace is impossible to be achieved by Ashura's way, said Kaguya, still looking at Naruto. No way, said Kurama, realizing what she meant. He will understand why I did it, and at that time he will do exactly as I did, and when that time comes, I'll be back to my nursery, declared Kaguya prophetically. I won't let you corrupt him. I won't let him be corrupted, exclaimed Kurama, his slitted eyes glowing red maliciously, promising hurt. I will not do anything, Kurama-kun, it will happen by itself. Shinju's power was unlimited. Even with what little remained in this body, I still got a little glimpse to the future, and I see that happens as I speak now in front of you, said Kaguya, revealing that the slit mark above her nose was in fact an eyelid that housed her third eye. The Jubi's eye. Kurama jumped at Kaguya, his claw ready to shred her to pieces, but Kaguya only held out her hand, and from the flooded floor came out purple chakra chains that bind Kurama. I won't let you, I won't let you, said Kurama repeatedly while thrashing against the chains. It is inevitable, Kurama-kun, nothing can be stopped. In the end he will become exactly like me, he's of my blood after all, said Kaguya, smiling eerily. Picture Kaguya's raped face from chapter 677. You delusional old bitch, he's maybe of your blood but he's also of their blood, said Kurama, challenging her. They stared at each other so intensely that if lesser man seeing this from afar he would kill himself from the sheer killing intent. It ends when Naruto's sleeping form stirred, breaking their staring contest. Oh well, it's fun while it lasts. Bye-bye my cute grandson, said Kaguya before her form gone like a mist. I won't let him fall into darkness like Indra. I won't, thought Kurama, seeing Naruto in his sleep. His face looked like he was in peace. It made him remember certain someone from his past. Time skip next day's ladder. Sasuke here, I've reached point B, said Sasuke over the radio. Sakura here, I've reached point C, said Sakura. Naruto here, I've reached point A. By the way, anyone want pork ramen later? Said Naruto, disinterested. Naruto, stay focused. Okay Team 7, that's the target, said Kakashi. Naruto here, I'm sick of this bullshit. Sakura, surprise him with your loudest technique. Sasuke, prepare to use Genjutsu Sharingan. I already got my clone near him. How about that, Kakashi-sensei? Okay, I'm tired of this too. Okay, are you ready, Sakura? Sasuke? Ready, one of them sound like face palmed himself/herself. Wait for my signal, do it. Raijin no Jinrai, said Sakura, colliding her palms enhanced with chakra, creating a very loud sound. 1. The sound made the target dashed, unaware that Naruto's clone already waiting for him. My clone got him, Sasuke, said Naruto. I already paralyzed him with Genjutsu, said Sasuke, a bit ashamed by the fact he used Sharingan on a cat. Ribbon on the right ear, said Sasuke over the radio. Are you sure it was the target? Asked Kakashi. Yes, said Sasuke, annoyed. Nice job everyone, capture the lost pet Tora search mission success. Nice job everyone, said Kakashi over the radio. Nice job, you say? I'll die of boredom at this rate. Yes, boredom, not boredom because this is sucks, yelled Naruto over the headphone, almost made Kakashi's eardrum burst. Hokage's mission assignment room. Oh my cute little Tora-chan, I was so worried, said Madame Shinji, aka Tora's owner, aka Fire Country Daimyo's wife. No wonder it ran away, thought all three genins at the same time. Team 7, your next mission is babysitting an elder's grandson, shopping in neighborhood village, and help with potato digging. Hiruzen Sarutobi said, seeing the D-rank missions list. If Hiruzen could choose, he wouldn't agree with his sensei's decision to name him as the next Hokage. He'd better die young for his village than sitting here working on papers and ordering bunch of kids. At the same time, however, he's thankful. Not many shinobi got the privilege to experience old age, and seeing his sons and grandson grow, so it was worth it. Like the meaning of shinobi, he'd to endure for his successor. No thank you, Hokage-sama. We want C-rank mission, said Naruto. Whenever Naruto said Hokage-sama to Hiruzen, it means he was annoyed or angry with the Hokage. He endured much longer than I calculated, thought Hiruzen. Inside he was grinning. If only these genins were his students in his prime. He wanted to see these potential unleashed. He wanted to see the last Achi House performance. A girl with same potential as his only female student, and the most is Konoha's first puppeteer ninja. His team first C-rank mission was insane. 1. C-rank turned high B-rank borderline A-rank when one of the Wagakure explosion corps joined a group of thug. Thankfully the ninja was not very skillful, or else his students would be 6 feet under instead of being Densetsu no Sannin. Am I good enough for C-rank mission? Thought Sakura, a little afraid. About time he get mad, I'm tired with this D rank too, thought Kakashi. Naruto and Sasuke already have enough skill for the C rank, but Sakura thought Irika. Naruto said Irika, making everyone turn their attention to him. I know you and your team are skilled for your age, but you guys are still rookies. Like everyone, you should start with simple duties, and Irika was cut by Sandame, who raised his hand. Thank you, Irika, but I take it from here, said Hiruzen, holding his pipe. Kakashi, what do you think of their performance? Asked the old Hokage to the lazy Jonin sensei. They are ready for C-rank mission, declared Kakashi firmly. He believed in his team's skill, and should anything happen on the way, he would help them. Alright, I'll give you a C-rank mission. It's a protection of a certain individual, said Hiruzen. Who? Surprisingly, the one who asked the question is Sasuke. He couldn't handle the excitement of finally using his skill in real battle, even if it was against Bandit. Let me introduce you, will you come in here? Said Hiruzen, making the team 7 turn their heads to the door, revealing a drunkard. What's this? They are just super brats, said the drunken old man while drinking his poison. Especially that blonde-haired brat with stupid face. Are you really a ninja? Continued the old man, but shut himself up when he felt Naruto's killing intent. Naruto's face and hair is an exact replica of his father, and this drunken old bastard said that his face, and by extension his father's face, the Yondaime Hokage, looked stupid, made him very angry. How dare you, said Naruto, but stopped when Kakashi put his hand on Naruto's shoulder. Stop it, Naruto, we are hired to protect him, not made him killing himself, said Kakashi. Naruto brushed Kakashi's hand off, still visibly enraged. Introduce yourself, said Hiruzen. He understood Naruto's point of view as he held his father in high regard. The drunken old man, apparently already recovered from his fear, said, I am the super bridge construction expert Tazuna. I expect you to provide me super protection until I get back to my country and complete the bridge. Don't worry, Tazuna-san. I assure you this 3 is the top 3 geniuses of their generation, and if there's anything they can handle, their Jonin-sensei will most certainly able to, assured Hiruzen. This old man, why is he still a little trembling? There's something he hide from us, thought Sasuke. Alright, pack up your tools, we're going in 30 minutes sharp, said Kakashi. Minus 45 minutes later. Naruto and Sasuke already waiting at the village's gate with Tazuna, but Kakashi and Sakura still absent. They sure Sakura have to pack up more since she's a woman, but Kakashi? Your sensei sure is much slower than you. I wonder if he's as reliable as your Hokage said Tazuna. Shut up, old man, he's one of the best ninja in Konoha, said Naruto harshly. 5 minutes later, Kakashi and Sakura arrived, but they were confused by Sasuke and Naruto's lack of bag. Where's your bag, Sasuke, Naruto? Asked Kakashi. Naruto and Sasuke's responded by putting out a scroll from their pocket. Kakashi only nodded and said, let's go. Inside Naruto's seal. What is this ominous feeling? After yesterday, this feeling only grow much stronger, thought Kurama. What is it, Kurama? Your chakra is getting restless. I can feel it, said Naruto through their mental link. Nothing, Naruto, maybe my chakra responded to your rage earlier. Go back to your team or they'll realize you just space out, said Kurama. I guess I just can hope that everything is going to be just fine, thought Kurama, but deep down he knew that something would happen soon. Unknown to him, it's sooner than he thought. Love and Hatred Arc Chapter 3, Demons from the Mist. Team 7 and their client was walking silently when Sakura broke the silence by starting a conversation with Tazuna. Tazuna-san, you're from Wave Country, right? Asked Sakura. What of it? Tazuna asked back rather rudely. Why don't you hire ninjas from your own country? It was so Sakura to not be affected by his repulsive behavior. She had endured Sasuke's, which was much worse, if not the worst. Before Tazuna replied, Kakashi already answered the question. Wave Country don't have their own ninja, though most others have their own ninja. It's more like a difference between each country's culture and customs, really. When a country have their own hidden villages, then they have their own ninjas. Not that hidden villages rule the country, but merely equal to the country's government, as they are the military power of the country. Small countries like Wave Country, who doesn't receive much oppression or interference, usually don't need ninjas, not to mention they are the trading ports of many countries, so usually no village want to mess up their, Kakashi explained. They never need their own before because they're neighbor of 2 allied hidden villages, said Naruto, surprising Sakura. What hidden village, Naruto? The closest hidden villages to the wave is Kirigakure and Konohagakure, right? Asked Sakura, reading how hostile Kirigakure to other country, just like Iwagakure to Konoha. Before the founding of 5 great hidden villages, there's already a small hidden village named Yuzushiogakure, village hidden by whirlpools. The ruling of the village was distant cousins of the Senju clan. First Hokage's wife hails from this clan, said Naruto. Why we never heard of this in academy? Thought Sakura. They were destroyed in Second Great Ninja War by 3 great village, said Kakashi, shocking her. Why? They aren't big enough to be a threat for 3 of the 5, don't they? It was almost impossible for small hidden village to be able to challenge even one of the great village, let alone 3. The clan which ruled the village was the Uzumaki clan. They are known for their jutsu and long lifespan, making the village known as Village of Longevity. The reason they never achieved the same level as Konoha was because they were pacifists, as they never tried to establish dominance. However, their jutsu was so feared by other villages that 3 of the great hidden villages, Kumogakure, Kirigakure, and Iwagakure, enacted a plot to destroy the village. Kakashi gave Sakura his history lesson. It was a coward strategy. Kumogakure and Iwagakure keep Konoha busy from both sides so they couldn't help Uzushio when they were attacked by Kirigakure. By the time Konoha send reinforcement, the only one that's left is the wife of Uzushio leader who succumbed to her injury, but not before killing 10,000 enemy ninjas, making them unable to send help to Kumogakure. Continued Naruto. Why the academy never taught us this? Sakura pondered over Kakashi's little history lesson. It was because the academy's curriculum changed some time ago by the civilian council, but the proof of our bonds with the Uzushio still exists. For example, the flak jacket worn by Chunins and Jonins. The spiral on the back is the symbol of Uzumaki clan. Kakashi showed him the symbol on his back. Wait, Uzumaki? That means Naruto is a member of Uzushio-gakure's royalty. Sakura exclaimed it out loud, making Naruto hold her mouth. Yes, Sakura, let it slide. If you want to read more about my clan, just go to the library, it should have all the information you need, said Naruto. He felt someone was following them, so he didn't want them to gain more information. With the discussion over, they walked again in silence till they saw a puddle. Nothing was uncommon except for the fact that it hadn't been raining for days there. Kakashi with his experience knew it was a trap, but he also curious who was the target, and this create opportunity to confirm it. To the Jonin's surprise, he saw Naruto making subtle signs with his hands to Sasuke and Sakura. He recognized the signs as those used when he was part of Konoha ANBU. Flashback. One day after the survival test. The newly formed team was doing a D-rank mission babysitting an elder's grandson. As always, Naruto would be the first to comment things. This mission sucks, said Naruto, huffing, seeing Sakura cradling the baby. Sasuke grunting, typical to an Uchiha. I never thought we're going back to doing D-rank missions, said Naruto, remembering times when he'd done D-rank as an academy student. Sasuke grunted again, irritating Naruto. Don't just say you duck-but-haired bastard, said Naruto, unaware of the effect of what he had just said. Sasuke's eyes went wide to the size of egg. Just so you know, this hairstyle was chosen by none other than his beloved mother, who was drunk when she cut his hair. He lost his stoic face and replied back. Say that again, you dobe, shouted Sasuke. Who do you call dobe, you emo? Naruto shouted back, pitting his head against Sasuke's. Dumb blonde, returned Sasuke. He knew he had the upper hand. Naruto never responded intelligently when someone insulted his face, especially his hair color. What do you want to make this personal team? Naruto snarled dangerously. Come at me, bro, said Sasuke. Then he jumped back and went through several seals. Here I come. Naruto made Ram's seal. Katon, Goka/magnet release. Naruto and Sasuke was so focused on each other that they didn't sense danger looming from their side. Stop. Sakura used a little of her chakra-enhanced strength to crack their skull. Fuck, Naruto and Sasuke sit down and holding their head, but they still looking at each other's eyes with barely contained fury. Anoug. I don't understand how incredibly mature boys could be childish like you guys, said Sakura, fuming. She couldn't believe how they could be like Iruka-sensei at the moment, and become children 3 seconds later. The little commotion made the baby awake and crying, shifting their attention. 30 minutes later they finally succeeded in making the baby sleep again. They could have used Sasuke's Sharingan to cast Genjutsu on the baby, but Sakura's fearsome fist stopped him from implementing the idea. Geez, we should do something about this, said Naruto. About time you think about it, said Sakura. She thought that Naruto finally grown up, act like mature, and said sorry to Sasuke. Yeah, we should do something. How about sign language? Said Naruto. Yeah? Thought Sakura. What do you mean, Naruto? We can talk to each other without anybody else butting into the conversation. It also prevent the enemies from knowing our tactics, said Naruto, learning from their survival training with Kakashi and the recent incident. Sakura nodded her head, agreeing with the idea, and said we should go to the library and learn sign language. No, we don't need to. I have an ANBU sign language book in my home. After this mission we'll go to my house and learn them, said Sasuke. Even better, ANBU sign language isn't exactly common knowledge, said Naruto. End flashback. So they noticed the puddle too. Nice, thought Kakashi, seeing his genins making signs. As they walked past the puddle they prepared for the worst. Sasuke ready to unseal his sword, Naruto with his magnet, and Kakashi, well, he's always ready. From the puddle came out 2 ninja, both of them wearing same garb, camouflage suit with bandages, a metallic gauntlet, breathing mask and Kirigakure headband. They are the demon brothers Gozu and Meizu. Gozu launched his brother to Kakashi, who proceeded to tie him up with shuriken chain running between their gauntlet, severing Kakashi to little bits. One down, said the brothers. Kakashi-sensei! Screamed Sakura, but she quickly regained her composure and shielding Tazuna. Sasuke waved through hand seals for using his favorite technique. Katon, Gokaku no Jutsu, said Sasuke, unleashing huge fireball. The brothers avoided the fireball before sprinted towards Sakura, who responded by saying Raijin no Jinrai while clapping her hands. The result was unexpected. The two ninjas stopped on their track as the sound was very loud that it almost bursted their ears. Seeing that they need leverage to force them to give up their target, they attacked the weakest of the three, Naruto, who haven't moved an inch since Kakashi's death. They used Shunshin to appear behind Naruto, whispering 2 down. Before you actually do it, shut the fuck up, whispered Naruto back, earning their wrath. Meizu, the hot-headed of the two, quickly forgot that Naruto was supposed to be a hostage. He wrapped Naruto the same way they had wrapped Kakashi, despite Gozu's protests. To their surprise, Naruto turned to smoke as soon as the chain tightened. 2 down, whispered Naruto and Sasuke behind them. Naruto used his magnet release to cast paralysis seal on Gozu, immobilizing him, while Sasuke himself preferred a simple yet much more brutal method, severing Meizu's tendons with his Chikuto so the missing nin couldn't run. Good job, you all do well, said Kakashi, who appeared out of nowhere. Kakashi-sensei, but? Sakura almost screaming, but she saw Kakashi's corpse was wooden scraps, showing that he used Kawarimi to fool the enemies. To fool the enemy first you have to fool your friend, right? Said Kakashi, referring to Naruto, who kept his Uchiha bloodline secret from Sasuke. Whatever, let's tie them up. See if we can break them, said Naruto mischievously. They tied the brothers to the tree, asking them questions. They resist at first, but Naruto letting out small bit of Kurama's chakra proved too much for them. They finally break under pressure. We're here to kill the bridge builder, said Meizu while Gozu stared at him with a look that said traitor. Now Tazuna-san, our mission was to protect you against gangs and thief. Now this mission has at least become B rank, which is more expensive. I'm sure you have your reason, but this has become trouble for us, for we're operating beyond our duty, said Kakashi to Tazuna, who was sweating bullets. We're not ready for this mission, said Sakura. It was true, they packed their gears to fight some thug, not Chunin and Jonin level ninjas. Sasuke only grunt, translate. We'll continue because I want to test my skill in real fight. Sensei, I agree with you, but Mizu no Kuni is Naruto stopped his words, but he made sure Kakashi got his message. Your father's birthplace, huh? Thought Kakashi is a very strategic port, and Nami no Kuni will be a valuable ally to Konoha, said Kakashi to remove everyone's question mark above their head. It seems my genin is a very reasonable and generous man, Tazuna-san. Be sure to apologize to him for your statement back there, said Kakashi to Tazuna. He didn't hate the rude bridge builder, the guy just said wrong things at wrong places. Thank you, said Tazuna. Don't thank me, this is not individual decision. And for the record, I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for my comrades, said Naruto. Good, now I can test my skill against enemy ninja, thought Sasuke, smiling. Can I really do this? Thought Sakura, a little afraid, but she had faith in her comrades. We'll continue the mission, said Sasuke firmly, breaking Sakura's line of thought. Why yeah, let us continue the mission, said Sakura, who couldn't hide her excitement and fear. Yash, Kakashi-sensei? Said Naruto. What? Replied Kakashi. Give us your order as our Jonin-sensei, said Naruto, grinning like man. This will give other teacher frown to me, but to hell with them, let's go, said Kakashi. He knew that his team can handle most Chunin, and for Jonin, well, let's just say he used to lead the infamous Uchiha traitor. XXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXX full of awkwardness after Kakashi asking him who was the one targeting Tazuna, who ended his story by saying things like his daughter who would hate ninjas from Konoha and his crying little grandson. Naruto decided to break it by saying, "I'm going to continue, not because of you or your family, old man, but because I don't like what this Gato guy is doing to this place," said Naruto. "I guess it can't be helped. We'll continue the mission," said Kakashi. "That's good to hear," said Tazuna, who gives thumbs up to the boatman. "Wipe that smirk from your face, old fart, you still have to pay the full price later," said Naruto. I know, Tazuna continued by mumbling things about greedy ninja, but Naruto paid him no attention, his mind was already somewhere else. After this mission is over, maybe I should go to Yuzushio to recover whatever Kasan and Tusan failed to recover, thought Naruto. Finally they arrived on the dock and left the boat. After thanking the boatman, they continued to Tazuna's house, which was still far for civilian standard. While they were walking, Kakashi was thinking about Gato and his missing needs. If they attacked again, they will send Jonin level ninja instead of another Chunin. Oh well, it was troublesome for Kakashi to fight another Jonin, as she could have pushed him to use Sharingan, and he would be bedridden by the chakra exhaustion thanks to his low chakra level. Meanwhile, Naruto was walking in front of the rest, scouting and enjoying the scenery. He had created several kage bunchin that would dispel when something wrong happened. Suddenly one of his clone dispelled, and with instinct he threw a kunai to a bush that seems like moving. The other tensed, and from the bush came out a white rabbit. "Naruto, you scared this rabbit," Sakura yelled/screeched. She picked the rabbit up and hugged it tightly as the rabbit was still very stiff from the fear of death. Naruto paid no attention to Sakura or the rabbit, his mind was somewhere else. "The last of my clones have dispelled," thought Naruto as the clone's memory went back to him. Meanwhile, Kakashi and Sasuke was also analyzing the situation. The rabbit, something was so strange about it, but what? Thought Sasuke. That's a snow rabbit, but something was off with its fur color. They only have white fur in the winter where the days are short. That means this rabbit raised indoor for a kawarimi, thought Kakashi. His thought interrupted when he felt movement from behind him and his war-sharpened instinct kick in. "Duck!" Kakashi yelled to his team and client. They ducked just in time for a zanbato to fly over their head and embedded itself on a tree. A man appeared on the embedded zanbato, his back facing them. The man was shirtless, with his chest covered only by belt. He was wearing a baggy strip-pattern pants, wrist and leg warmers, a bandage covering lower half of his face similar to Kakashi's mask, and a Kirigakyu forehead protector. So much for theatrical entrance, thought Naruto, face faulting. "Zabuza Momochi, missing Nin from Kirigakyu," said Kakashi, his voice stiff. He ready to lift his headband, knowing that this one was on a different level than the demon brothers. "I'm guessing you're Kakashi Hatake, the Sharingan user." "I'm sorry, but you have to hand over the geezer," said Zabuza menacingly. "Everyone manji formation, protect the client," said Kakashi, which carried out swiftly by the three genins. "Children playing ninja, cute. I'm here just to kill that geezer, but it seems I have to defeat you first," said Zabuza. Zabuza leapt down from the tree and hefting his zanbato easily like it was a feather. "He can stand on the water?" said Sakura, amazed. "Shit, we forgot to teach her tree climbing and water walking." Naruto and Sasuke sweated. Those were basic skills and they forgot to teach her. "Kakashi Hatake, when I was in A&B your information was listed in the bingo book I carried asking for your capture. It also note this: the man who copied 1000 techniques, Kakashi the copy ninja. Tell me, Kakashi, what do you know about me?" said Zabuza. "Zabuza Momochi, missing Nin from Kirigakyu and part of the 7 swordsmen of the mist, master of the silent killing technique," said Kakashi, finally showing his Sharingan. "Sharingan first, huh? I'm honored. It's good that I have the perfect technique that made your eye obsolete," said Zabuza, making the genins tensed at what he implied. Zabuza formed a few hand seals, then moving his right hand to his mouth forming a half-tiger seal, while his left hand pointing towards the sky forming another half-tiger seal. "He's pouring a lot of chakra into the water," analyzed Kakashi with his Sharingan. "Kirigakyu no jutsu," said Zabuza as his body was covered in a thick mist, and soon he was gone from their sight. The mist get thicker and thicker till even Kakashi disappeared from his genins. 8 points, said Zabuza in the mist. "What is it?" asked Sakura fearfully. "The larynx, spine, lungs, liver, jugular vein, collarbone, kidney, and heart. Now, which vital organ do you want to get struck at?" said Zabuza menacingly. Even Kakashi sweat a little. Kakashi responded by unleashing his chakra, clearing the mist a bit. The killing intent, Ki, emitted by both jonins was so thick and overwhelmed Sakura. Sasuke was affected too. It made him remember unpleasant memories. Naruto, from his training with Kurama, realized that the missing Nin's chakra was leached by hatred, similar to Kurama himself, and it made him frightened. How can such a monster exist, thought the three genins. Sakura already moved her kunai to her neck, couldn't bear the Ki. She was almost succeeding in doing that. Thankfully she was stopped by Kakashi. "Don't worry, Sakura, I won't let my comrade get killed," said Kakashi, sporting his usual eye, smiling. Using his Sharingan, he knew Naruto already tied some chakra thread to both Sasuke and Sakura in case they did something foolish. "Stop being so theatrical, you bastard!" yelled Naruto, finally losing his patience. He used Futon, Detapa to clear the mist, and shocked to found Zabuza already in the middle of the formation. He hadn't sensed the ninja using his magnet release before, meaning Zabuza was fast enough to use Shunshin no Jutsu to slip between their formation as he used Futon, Detapa. "Too late," said Zabuza, ready to slash them with his Kubikuru Bocho. However, his blade was stopped by a Chikuto. "Oh, maybe you both are not ordinary children after all," said Zabuza, commending on Sasuke's Kenjutsu before being struck by Kakashi from behind. The blade pierced Zabuza's shoulder blade and liquid splattered Kakashi's shocked face as in place of warm, red blood, it was cold and clear water. "Sensei, behind you!" yelled Sakura as the clone turned back to water. Behind Kakashi was Zabuza, who readied himself, swinging his sword, severing Kakashi's waist down. Unfortunately for Zabuza, Kakashi's body turned into water as soon as his blade finished its job. "He copied me within the mist?" thought Zabuza as Kakashi appeared behind his back, his kunai around Zabuza's neck threatening to pierce the jugular vein that lay underneath. Don't move. This is the end, said Kakashi. Zabuza was impressed by the Sharingan's ability. No wonder Konoha always win against Karigakure. Is this truly the end? Zabuza mocked Kakashi before turning into water, showing he was just another clone. The real Zabuza kicked Kakashi so hard Kakashi flew to the lake, showing his superior brute strength. Kakashi fell into the lake head first, unable to spin and stand on the water. The water felt heavy, thought Kakashi when he got up to the surface, not realizing that Zabuza made trap Shunsaned behind Kakashi doing few hand seals for his Suiton, Sura no Jutsu, trapping Kakashi in spherical water prison. It was so fast the Genins hadn't had time to react. Shit, I got trapped, thought Kakashi. Everyone, take Tazuna and run. His Mizu Bunshin can't go too far from the original, said Kakashi. Zabuza saw the scene in front of him, and he was bored. Even if they could get away far from him, Tazuna won't stick with them forever. He was amused, however, with what comes next. Those who abandon their comrades are lower than trash, Kakashi-sensei, said Naruto. Don't worry, Kakashi-sensei, we won't let our comrades die, said Sasuke, actually smirking. Kakashi's eyes widened. Inside he cursed the fact that he said it, and now it could result in his student's death. Pictures of Obito's death playing again and again in his mind. Humph, you got some gusty students here, Kakashi, said Zabuza as he made few water clones. But you're all still kids, not worthy of being a ninja. For me, ninja is someone who already endure life and death situation, someone whose information I can read in my bingo book. You boys have potential, but unless you give me the bridge builder you won't become ninja. Zabuza belittled the Genins in front of him. Shut the fuck up, you know eyebrows. You're even worse than someone who have caterpillar eyebrows, said Naruto. What did you say? Said Zabuza, clone Zabuza, as he moved to decapitate Naruto's head. Naruto responded by unsealing his own Nodaichi, slashing it across its chest, turned it back to water. Cut your high and mighty speech, Zabuza. If you don't have my name on your book, then write this. Uzumaki Naruto, future Hokage, said Naruto before speeding towards the clones along with Sasuke. Together they made short work over the clones. Hee Kakashi, I like the blonde one. He got style, said Zabuza, seeing Naruto's flak jacket. It made him remember the good old days. Zabuza made few clones again, but let one takes his place in holding the water prison. It seems you kids have some skill. Let's have some fun then, said Zabuza, and he dashed forward. Sasuke and Naruto managed to destroy the rest of clones as Zabuza leapt and attacked the Genins with his large sword. The boys, despite their training, couldn't keep up with Zabuza's kenjutsu. He was simply stronger and have much more experience. Zabuza continued pressing both of them with his kenjutsu alone, frustrating the Genins. If only I could use Sharingan or my puppets now, thought Naruto, seeing Sasuke activating his Sharingan. He tried tapping to Kurama's chakra, but even with the boost, Zabuza managed to overpower him with even more malicious and strong chakra. The chakra Zabuza emitted was so foul it made an illusion of demon behind him, befitting the title Demon of the Mist. Sasuke slashed upwards trying to chop Zabuza's head off. Wrong move. Zabuza twisted his hands and used his sword's hold to trap and disarm Sasuke of his Chikuto. Zabuza didn't forget to give him additional reward, a kick to his stomach which launched him several meters, only to be catched by Sakura and Tazuna. Naruto, not focused for a moment, almost not noticed Zabuza's blade about to cleave him to two. Thankfully he realized in the moment and blocked it, but it was no match for Kubikurabocho and Zabuza's monstrous strength. The blade broke and managed to slash Naruto's chest, though his instinct was good enough to escape before it cut deeper. Shit, I could have stopped him with Nanto and Hakuto Sanin, but there's no way to use them now. A light bulb turned on instantly, that's it. It might work. Sasuke used that, Naruto yelled to Sasuke, who nodded his head. Sasuke then unsealed one of his device from his ceiling tattoo, a Fuma Shuriken. Fuma Shuriken, Kaige Fusha, Sasuke declared. Brat. You think can hurt me with that, said Zabuza. Sasuke responded by throwing the Fuma Shuriken towards Zabuza's clone holding the water prison. Zabuza catch it with no effort, but he didn't see a wire string attached to the weapon. Sasuke pulled the string and instantly the blades disconnected, revealing that his Fuma Shuriken had been hollowed and filled with exploding tags connected by another steel wires that connected the blades with the hand grip. Zabuza was able to get away before one of the blades injured him but found himself paralyzed. Naruto had managed to get behind him and plant a paralyzing seal. Naruto distanced himself and signaled Sasuke to blast Zabuza to heaven. Boom! 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 The tags explode one by one, filling their sight with red. Naruto unsealed a scroll with his magnet release and hold it to the ground. Through the seal he used Doton, Doria Hiki, Earth Release, Earth Wall, to cover them from the explosion. It all according to the plan, no? Zabuza's voice made Naruto froze as Zabuza grabbed him by his neck. You kids don't think you can outread me, do you? Yes, we did, said Naruto before turning into white smoke. Sasuke, Sakura now! Yelled Naruto from the bushes. Sasuke used Genjutsu to paralyze the missing Nin while Sakura jumped towards Zabuza. Zabuza, being more experienced, already break the genjutsu, but he had no time to dodge, so he tried to guard with his forearm, breaking his bones in the process. Zabuza, enraged, let go of his sword and used his right hand to catch Sakura's hair and threw her into a nearby tree, knocking her unconscious. That girl, how come she's able to destroy bones so easily, thought Zabuza, seeing his bones jutting out. Seeing his distracted state, Naruto and Sasuke waste no time to capitalize it. Katan Goryoka no Jutsu / Futon, Detapa, said Naruto and Sasuke at the same time. The wind fueled the fire dragon, making it even bigger. Seeing this, Zabuza went through several hand seals using one hand before yelling Suetun, Dabyakufu no Jutsu. The waters in the lake surged and rised up several meters before falling in one big cascade like a waterfall and meet the inferno. The jutsus cancelled each other, producing thick mist that covered the area. Zabuza, grabbing his curved kunai, sprint silently towards Tazuna, who was petrified seeing the fight between ninjas. This is the end, thought Zabuza. He didn't care whether they had destroyed his water clones, sustaining the water prison as long as his mission accomplished. Killing Kakashi can wait. Before he was able to separate Tazuna's head from his shoulder, however, he was trapped by red barrier which burned him when he tried to touch it, courtesy of Sasuke, who used Uchiha Kenjin, Uchiha Flame Formation. This technique wasn't Sasuke's favorite. One, it required a huge amount of chakra, and two, he hadn't invested a lot of time training using this technique. The barrier held up for a while, even though Zabuza tried to pierce it with combination of Kubikura Bocho and his own potent chakra, enough for Naruto and his clone to finish his Rasengan. Sasuke cancelled the barrier, panting from massive chakra drain, while Naruto charged towards Zabuza. His eyes reddened as the Rasengan became purplish and much denser than before. Rasengan! Yelled Naruto as the ball found its way to the missing nin's chest. This boy, his chakra, he formed it into a ball and hit me with it, thought Zabuza, amazed by the technique as the ball drilled its way to his chest before launching him to nearby tree, damaging it and cracking his spine at the same time. The bandage that covered his face was stained with blood, which was dripping to the ground. The technique destroyed his insides. It was a miracle he was still standing. Through half-opened eyelids he saw Naruto and Sasuke ready their respective blades. Killing intent emanated to the air, mostly from the blonde. Their intentions were clear, to separate his head from his shoulder. Zabuza, this is the end, said Naruto as he channeled wind chakra to his kunai, increasing its sharpness and range. If only Haku is as decisive as you are, boy, was the last thing on Zabuza's mind before he felt two needles stuck his neck, putting him into sweet unconsciousness. Yes, this is his end, said a figure on top of a tree. The figure was almost as tall as Naruto, have a long black hair, and pale skin. She wore a long-sleeved turtleneck sweater with moss green color, a matching split skirt reaching his knees, a bun-shaped hair holder, a green kimono with white trimming, and a mask with Karigakure symbol. Naruto and Sasuke, alarmed by the arrival of the masked figure. They were tired, and if the guy in front of them was better than Zabuza, then the only one they could count on was Kakashi. On the other hand, Kakashi, who already released from the water prison when Zabuza was dead, immediately shunshined to Zabuza's corpse, inspecting it. He really is dead, thought Kakashi. Then he shifted his eyes to the ninja. That mask, if I remember correctly, you must be Kirigakure's Hunter Nin, said Kakashi, remembering one of his battles with the ruthless killers from Kirigakure. You're very well informed. Yes, I'm Hunter Nin, in charge of hunting Zabuza, said the figure before turning his head to the boy's direction and bowing slowly. Thank you very much. I was looking for a chance to kill Zabuza, said the Hunter Nin. Then he leaped from the tree to Zabuza's corpse. He shouldered the body and said, your battle ends for now. I have to go and dispose the body. It's filled with my village's secret. Now if you excuse me, and he disappeared with a shunshin. Strange, somehow he smells similar, thought Naruto. He walked to unconscious form of Sakura, but then he coughed up blood and lost his balance. As he was losing his consciousness, he heard Kakashi's voice yelling his name. What if Naruto absorbed God Tree and Senju Tree? Thanks for watching my video till the end. If you enjoyed this content, then do consider subscribing to my channel, and leave a like if you guys need the next part. Comment down, and thanks for watching the video, and see you guys in the next video.